We're live. Yo, what's up, people? It's your man Chris Thorns doing another real talk session with my brother from another mother, Mr. Paul Demercado. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, Chris, and everyone else who's watching. I'm good, guys. I'm happy to be doing this talk with Chris about this topic because it's really important that we get this topic done and get it out of the way with because this is something that we need to talk about. So I'm happy that Chris has invited me on his show to let's do a one-on-one together.
Okay, believe it or not, Chastity is already in the chat room. How cool is that? I wonder, did she get the link soon as I went live? Well, I just texted back. How you doing, Chastity? Hopefully, as always, you got some people coming behind you to hear this or whatnot. So let's get started. My man Paul, you drop some knowledge every time we talk, bro. Every time you get on the panel. So this ain't really my show, brother. This is your show because you got a topic you want to bring up. So what is it you want to talk about, my brother?
Well, the topic I like to talk about is marriage, and how it benefits women. That benefits women. I like to talk about that. Like, how is it that women use these laws to screw up men's life, just to win custody of children, and literally, as I said before, ruin men's lives. So this is something that I feel like discussed.
Okay, well, you got the flow, my brother. But let me ask you this before we start. You're not in the U.S. You are in Jamaica, right?
Go ahead again. What did you say?
I said, from my understanding, you're not in the U.S. You are you are in Jamaica, right?
Yes. I'm in Jamaica. And the reason why I felt like it's necessary to talk about this is because even though I'm not in the United States, I can see or I can pretty much watch news reports and all of that that's going on in the US, and even men are talking about it. Feminism, even honey badgers basically talk about how marriage suits women. So I figured, you know what, let me gain some knowledge on what's going on in the United States so I can talk about it.
Oh,
It sounds kind of blanket from my point of view. I understand, but I'm pretty sure what I'm about to say, many of you men out there who are watching this, you can testify to this.
okay. All right. So let me ask you this. What are the marriage laws where you at in Jamaica? What are the marriage laws down there?
Uh, how is repeat the question again, Chris? You're kind of difficult to hear you. Repeat the
I said, to start off the show, since you in Jamaica, what are the marriage laws down there in Jamaica?
Well, right now in Jamaica, I don't think there's really any marriage laws. The thing is, 80% of kids are born under wedlock. So marriage taking place in Jamaica, just like in the United States. There's hardly any marriages taking place in Jamaica, hardly any marriages taking place in the United States for blacks. So blacks, in my opinion, many of us don't know marriage. We just have kids by anyone, and then that's it. That's pretty much how it is.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Us here in Jamaica are basically mimicking what is going on in the United States. That's pretty much what it's all about.
Okay. Okay. Um, you saw the last real talk I did with Steven, right? You saw that one, right?
Yep, I saw it.
Okay. What was your opinion on that, brother?
Good. That was quite a story that Stephen gave. And that female, that black female who was telling him this stuff about she wanting to have sex with him, and Stephen was telling him, "Hey, I want you to be on protection, be on birth control," and she got offended at that. That was something to listen to. And I don't, and this is how the majority of black women are. They know they have a safety net. They don't mind getting pregnant by any do. They don't mind it. Why? Because they have a safety net. The government helps them, and because they see other people in their family, which is their mothers, because they chose any guy to sleep with and have a kid by, they feel like they can do the same thing. Why? Because the government is there to help them. They don't care about the children. They don't care whether the kids have a father or not. They don't care. They just want to have a kid, and they know that the government is there to help them, to give them support and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
when Stephen told me, when Stephen when I watched the video, the live show that you two did, it really sparked me. Really angered me that this is what these women do. And the
Mm.
mothers are encouraging the daughter to do the same thing. The mothers, every generation is the same thing. The mothers encourage the daughters to do the same thing the mother did because the mother didn't see anything wrong with it. So you're going to teach your daughter to do the same thing. This is how it is. That's what they are. And I have no problem saying that. Whores. That's what they are.
Oh man, tell it like it is, brother. Tell it like it is. So, all right, man,
Yep.
you got the floor. So, you want to talk about the marriage law? What you want to bring to the table about marriage law?
Marriage, what I'm seeing these days now, I said before, marriage is hardly happening in the world today for blacks. But in terms of these marriage laws are set in place in the United States, dude, the worst place for a man to be is be in a marriage with a female. No, whether this is for white and black, all race in the United States. Men who are listening to this right now, the worst place for you to be is in marriage with a female because these women, they know that the laws are benefiting them. So I'll just throw in some stats. 70% of divorces are initiated by the women. 70%. So why is that the case? Women know that the government has their backs, so they can get into a marriage and they call the shots. They determine who, when the marriage starts, when the marriage ends, and they can end the marriage, and they get half of what he owns. She even gets the kids. If the guy, the man decides, hey, I want the custody of the kids, and he goes to court, she can file a false rape charge on him or molestation charges on him or lie on him in court to get custody of the kids. Women have this power. They have this power over them. And this is what I'm saying right now. Men, the worst place for you to be is in marriage. And other men out there, you can testify to this. You can go to jail
Mm.
because of that ex-wife you have that lied on you. Many of you read cases of or heard cases of the mother coaching the daughter, coaching the child to lie on the father. This is what's also going on. So women have power here, and the government has given them power. So men, this is what we need to do: abstain from marriage. I mean, I'm not saying all women are like that. I'm not saying that at all, because there are some decent women out there. But the thing is, it's very few of them are out there. And the women who understands, there are women who understands that the system does not favor men. There are women out here who understand that the system is screwed up. Those are the women you need to inline yourself with. If you go to a female and she tells you that there's nothing wrong with the laws today, something wrong with her. You have to be out of your mind to get with a female like that. Now, the next thing I want to toss in is this: 75% domestic violence is perpetrated by the women. Marriages these days, men are suffering physically and mentally at the hands of these women, physically and mentally, because there's no shelters for men. There's no shelters at all. So men are suffering here. Men getting cussed out, all that stuff going on for men. And you know that. And as I said before, she can end the marriage anytime she wants. The guy, he can't end the marriage because he knows if he ends the marriage, she gets alimony and she gets the kids. He don't want that, so he has to stay into the marriage and tolerate all of this stuff.
Mm.
Men. So women have the card. The cards are stacked in the female's favor. That's what's going on here. So when time I see groups like Honey Badger Radio, Tommy Sotomayor, and other men's rights groups speaking out against this stuff, I love seeing this. I hate feminism. I despise feminism with a passion because feminists are just a bunch of mainly women who believe in discriminating against men and treating men like crap. This is pretty much what feminists are all about. Feminism ideology is basically this: men are flawed, men are wicked, men are perpetrators, and women are victims. That's feminist ideology. But that's odd because last I checked, what women are the ones who are killing their children the most, who are doing the domestic violence towards men, 75%. Stats that I'm quoting, all these stats that I'm quoting here, feminism won't talk about it. If it makes women look bad, feminism will sweep that underneath the carpet. Right now, feminism runs the world. They run the world, guys. And the society that we live in, men have no voice. This is how it is. Men have no voice at all. So when I see women come out and speak out against this stuff that women do, and speak out against against society, speak on the issues that face men, I love seeing that. I love women like that. Many of you YouTubers, you should go and check out Helen Smith. Helen Smith. She is a PJ TV. I think media. She's a part of PJ TV, and she's a voice for men. Go check out her stuff on YouTube. Those who are watching this video for the first time, go and look up Tommy Sotomayor. He's a voice for men, and you have many. Check out Honey Badger Radio. These groups of people, they target men's issues. I'm going to toss in some more statistics out here. Men commit suicide at 4 times the rate higher than women. That's a fact. Feminism won't talk about that. And what causes men to commit suicide? Depression. Anything anything that has to do with the health status of men, feminism won't talk about it. Men who are in marriages, they suffer physically and mentally. And this hello, wait. Oh yes, we're live. Oh yeah, as I was saying, this is what's going on here. So I can dive into so much more. Hey Chris, you're still there, right? You're still hearing me, right, Chris?
Yeah, I just dropped connection for a quick second or whatnot, but I was asking you a question. Cause you were breaking up real bad. It might have been some on my end, cause I just dropped connection real quick, but now I'm back up. Cause you were breaking up real bad while you was talking. So I was asking, was you doing this from a phone or are you doing it from your PC?
Yeah,
Are you talking to me from your PC or are you doing this from a phone?
I'm doing it for my PC.
Okay, gotcha. Well, go ahead, continue what you were saying, bro.
Well, as I said, I just said for men commit suicide 4 times the rate higher than women. So feminism won't talk about that. My next thing I can dive into, well, yeah, I'll stick with marriage. No, marriage. No, men, guys, stick together. There are groups out there. There are men's group named MGTOW. This is a group of men that are fed up with marriage and decide that, you know what, we're gonna stay single because the marriage laws do not suit the men. This is nice. It's good to have women be joining your group because these women, when I see women standing up for men and showing support for men, I love that. And those are the women who you need around you. So if you can find women like that who believe that the marriage laws are not in favor of men, female like that, have a family, have a successful family with a female like that. Because that's the kind of family, that's the kind of female you want around you.
Mhm.
Back into the relationship. Oh yeah, Chris, you were saying?
No, I'm listening to you. Go ahead, brother. You got the flow.
Okay. Um, well, so back into the relationship thing now. Men, because the guy knows the female holds all the cards. So all the is just say, hey, I don't want this relationship no more. I want a divorce. She gets a divorce. The guy have to give her half of everything he owns, including his check, and she gets the kids. Marriage today is not worth it for men. For many of you men out there who are thinking of getting married, ask yourself, what is in it for you when it comes to marriage? What's in it for you? What are the risks of marriage? And if the risks out if risks are higher than the benefits, then there's no reason for you to get married. And I can tell you, the risks are way higher than the benefits today when it comes to marriage.
Mhm.
Very, very, very high. All she has to do is just say she don't want to be in this relationship no more. That's all she has to do. And just like that, she life. Just like that.
Right.
So I said before, men who are presently in marriage today, all I can tell you is just kids, just let the kids know that you love them very much and you still want to be in their lives. Just
Right.
try and see if you can work things with the mother if she's not working with you. Try something because she holds the cards. You have to do something. I don't know what else to do. Talk to your lawyer if it might, or she's gonna divorce you and take half of your stuff. Talk to somebody, some people, do something because marriage is not a good thing for men these days. I don't care what you
Mhm.
females, and I don't care what you females out there are thinking. I'm gonna say this for any female who's listening to this right now. I don't care what you think. Not good for men these days. And and I am speaking up for men. And a lot of you women are looking at men who say they don't want to get married because of these marriage laws. A lot of you women will say, these men are weak, these men are not real men, these men need to man up, all that stuff you'd say about men who refuse to get married. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Paul,
I mean,
Paul, hold on for a minute. Paul, hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute, brother. Hold on for a minute,
right,
brother.
go ahead, Chris.
Let's give a shout out to DJ Just Jay. He just came in the chat. How you doing, brother?
Oh, that's
Go ahead, Paul. You got the flow, bro. Go ahead.
I said before, a lot of these women will look at men who say the laws are not good for are not suitable for them. Say, these men are weak, these men are lame, these men need to man up, and all that stuff they'll say. Well, I don't really care what you females think. Are not in favor of men at all. And a lot of these men are presently in jail because of what their ex-wife did or lied. A lot of men are in the grave because suicide because of these marriage laws for men. Men commit 4 times the rate of suicide than women, but feminism will not talk about it. You never hear feminism say anything about anything that has to do with issues of men.
Let, let,
Yes,
uh,
brother.
well, let me ask you this, brother. Let me ask you this. What do you say about the guys who know that the wife doesn't want them anymore, but yet still trying to simp out to keep them, and literally let women just walk all over them? I don't get. I mean, me personally, I can say now that I can't do it because I refuse to let anybody walk on me, male or female. But I never had the experience of being married to see what it felt like, to be like, okay, I still want to be with this woman. I mean, I just don't know. But I'm pretty much sure the way that I am, I don't simp for nobody. Have I simped before? Of course. I think we all simp at one time before. But when it comes to a marriage, and the woman doesn't want you anymore, why do you keep trying to persuade her to get back with you? Let her go. So what you say about that, brother?
I heard parts of what you said because you're going in and out. But I'll speak and I'll say comment on what I heard. If the female doesn't want to be with the guy anymore, well, let her go. Says guy. Well then there's nothing you can do right there. Let her go. But if she wants to use a law to ruin your life, as in take half your stuff and all that stuff, well, you have to do something right there.
Mm, mm,
The guy will have to do something right there. But if she's one of those decent females who because some relationships don't work out. If she is not going to harm him, let her go.
okay.
But if she's going to ruin your life with the law, ruin your life, there's a problem right there, and you need to either talk with her to try and get this thing settled, or fight back somehow. You have to
Okay.
try something.
Okay.
Fight back somehow.
Well, Tammy, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. I can hear you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And tell me what you think about this, because I got a major problem with this. Um, you got people in this world today that has been married for years. They've been through their trials and tribulations and did everything they could to get their ring, to get their certificate to say, hey, we are married. But with 2016, now people can just up and say that they married and they have nothing to show for it. No ring, no engagement ring, no certificate, no nothing. Me personally, I hate when I hear people do that because to me, it's a spit in the face to the people who actually worked their ass off to get to that point. The money you spent, on a wedding dress, tuxedos, the reception if you want to have a reception, food, cake, and all that. These people, you got people that work their ass off to get to that point and spending their money like that. But if we all would just up and say we married and ain't got shit to show for it and let that be legit, don't you think it's kind of like a slap in the face for the people who earned the right to call each other married? Why do you think we do that, brother?
Chris. People, as I said before, some people have nothing to show for it when they get married, and some people work their ass off to get married. I don't really know why they do that. I don't really know why, because all I can say is this: one, if I'm gonna get married, kind of money to get married. I don't need to spend all this kind of money. Just get this me with a female, talk to the pastor, arrange the whole thing without spending that much money. Talk, sit, stand at the altar, say I do, exchange vows, and then that's it, we're done. Or we can have a reception, but I might not even ask or plan a reception. Let's get a marriage and then done. Well, sign up the paperwork, so obviously. I don't really know if people don't go through any of that stuff. If people don't say I do, if people don't say any of that stuff, then you ain't married.
Mm-hmm.
There's a by step procedure to getting married. That
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Then how can you say you're married? What? You just walk up to one guy or walk up to one female and say we're together, so we're married automatically. That don't make any sense.
Not at all.
Who does that? Who does that? I think that's okay. There are step by step procedure to getting married. So for me, as I said before, I'm gonna spend a whole heap of money on a marriage, because one thing I learned, marriage these days don't last very long. marriages today
Yes,
don't last
sir.
very long.
Not at all.
Many people spend a whole heap of money on the marriage itself and the reception, and them and then after that, them they are together for like how long? 1 year or
Yeah,
less. All that money gone down the drain. I'd rather spend
exactly.
less money on a marriage, and the relationship lasts for many years.
Exactly. And you know the sad part about that, brother, is you got celebrities. I done heard a few stories of this that got married and turned around and got divorced the next 30 days. And I just like, wow, what a waste of fucking time and a waste
Wow.
of money. But you know, to them, it's probably just lunch money because shit, they celebrities. They got the money. You know what I'm saying? But I think with a lot of celebrities, I think they just want to have that marriage status to be in the in crowd with other people. Because if that wasn't the case, then you wouldn't get divorced in no damn 30 days. Something went wrong in there for y'all to get married and want to divorce in 30 days. They're like the basketball chicks Tommy be talking about. They married and they had them for like a month or so. And I'm just like, you just wasting money and time. When you build up something like that, man, you gotta at least live with somebody. They say you don't know nobody until you live with them. At least my grandma used to tell me that. And to this day, those words stick with me. And she's absolutely right. Because a lot of people out of date in my lifetime, shit,
Mm.
on the outside looking in, cool as a fan. Would you live with them motherfuckers? Mm-mm. It's a whole different ball game, brother.
Here.
But I love them trifling.
Yep.
They trifling. They nasty. They don't respect your house. They don't respect your house. And the fun
Yep.
thing about it, they try to come in and try to hide their bad habits. Like they good.
All right.
They'll come in for like a week or two and start, you know what I'm saying, help you around the house, cleaning up, you know what I'm saying, or clean up the bathroom and all that shit. Give you money on utility bills and all that. And it ain't just girlfriend and boyfriends. The
Mm.
worst motherfuckers who do that is your own family members. You know, um, somewhere in that second week, it always falls off. You start seeing their bad habits coming. They lazy, leaving dirty clothes all over the place, not cleaning up behind themselves when they mess up dishes, don't want to take out the trash, always coming up with an excuse, talk about they ain't got their half for the rent. You gotta deal with this stuff before you make that decision to get married to someone. And Redemption just said they shouldn't be there in the morning anyway unless they making you pancakes and bacon. I agree with that too. I agree with that. I do. you know, but you got some folks lazy won't even do that. Think about it, brother. You take somebody in under your wing because you see them having hard times. You know, you got a lot of people that won't even show their appreciation even with that. Not even to get up and say,
Well,
can you hear me?
here, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, you got some people don't even show their appreciation doing that. Get up, fix a little breakfast, or something, and say, "Hey, bro, I'm just doing it, man, show you my appreciation, and whatnot." You know what I'm saying? They don't even do that, brother. So I just say this, when you try to get to that level, even I know this ain't never been married or engaged. When you try to get up to the level, man, you gotta really just look in deep. Y'all have to, at some point in a relationship, stay together, even if it's 30 days. Y'all have to stay together. And that's how you really find out how a person is, and you will find out if you really want to deal with that person or not. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yep, I agree, Chris. I agree. I agree. So for me, Chris, what you said, I can say I hear you, Chris, and I agree. You have to know the person first. Now, for me, now, if I'm gonna get with a female and I know these laws suits her, first off, upfront, because this is what these females want. They don't mind the marriage upfront. In fact, I heard that they're the ones who are initiating the marriage. So I
Mhm.
would want to get to know this person first. I'll say this to Chris. I'll say this to Chris. Wait.
I
Okay. Um, let me say this. A lot of these women, they go into these marriages with men who are rich because they want the money. Okay?
uh-huh.
They want these possessions. This is what men need to be warned about. We need to warn these men about women like this. These gold digging whores. That's what they are. Gold diggers.
Preach, brother, preach.
They would, okay, let me continue. Let me continue. No, they're gold diggers. Now, they go into marriages. They go into marriages wanting the female, wanting the guy's possession. Even if they
Oh,
have kids, and even if she has kids with the guy, she don't care about the kids. All she wants is the money. So when she goes into marriage and she gets that monthly check every month, because she gets half of what he gets, he owns, she gets what he has, and she just sucks him dry, even through child support. She just sucking him dry. And if the
Paul,
marriage ends,
Paul, let me say this real quick, Paul. I'm looking at the chat. Steven said today marriage is just financial gain for women. I agree. And I think DJ laughing at what you said. You said the whore part. It was funny. He just said whores. And Steve said, since marriage is a business, you should have to have insurance, aka prenup. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. This uh redemption said prenups are not always honored. I got a feeling that's true. Steve come back and say, I believe the same should be for having sex if you don't want kids. Absolutely, absolutely. But go ahead, bro. I don't want to read that to you
well,
because I'm watching the chat. Go ahead, bro.
okay. It's nice that the guys are enjoying the show, Chris. This is good. This is good. So
Yeah, I
feel
know.
free to stop me every time. Whenever time you see a nice comment that they leave. Now let me continue by saying this. We need to warn men about women like this, because women like this, they will utilize the laws for their own benefits. Guy, they want his possession. They are. Now, for me, now, what I would do is this. If I'm going to get into a relationship with a female, one, I need to know you first. I'm going to ask you some questions up
Mm-hmm.
front. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
ask you, what do you think about these marriage laws? What do you think about relationship these days? About men who end up in prison because of false rape charges and all that stuff? What do you think about these things? I'm gonna ask you all these questions to get to know you, because I want to know your mindset, your frame of mind. I need to know you, because I ain't going to get into no marriage with you, and in your mind you have the mentality of screwing up your life anytime you want. No, that will work. I want to get to know you first. I want to know whether you're the right female to get into a get into a marriage with. But before marriage, we need to get together first and go out on dates and get to know each other. That's what needs to happen. Years and years, even decades, if necessary, to get to know you. The world
Mm-hmm.
I need. I can take all the time in the world I need. I'm in no rush. I can take 10, 15, 20 years if I need, to inspect you and evaluate you well. Because, hey, if I don't take that time out and I get into a relationship with you, and I get into a marriage with you, somewhere along the line, I'll end up in jail somewhere along the line because of false rape or anything of the sort. I end up in jail as a result of she lying on me. We might even have kids in the long run, and she ends the marriage, and she gets the kids plus what I own, plus plus pretty much what I own, half what I own. She gets all that stuff. I have to try and find child support every month. and if I fail to pay up child support, and let's say I lose my job and I fail to pay up child support, I end up in jail. No, no, no way. No way. That can't with me. I don't want that. So we need to warn men about women like this, because women like this, they're practically almost everywhere in society today, and they have no problem screwing up a man's life. They don't care about anybody else but themselves.
Check this out, brother. Steven said
Yep, go
something
ahead.
that is Steven said something that is so true. If she cheats, she'll get half. If you the man cheat, she still get half. If she just want out, she gets half. But it's not the same for a man. So it's like you in a lose lose situation. A man don't gain shit, but a heartache and hard time.
Exactly.
You know, you know.
Yep, yep, yep. I agree, Chris. Men, we don't
So
we as I said before, the laws aren't the females. When you get to a marriage, she holds all the cards. So, and pretty much she can do anything she wants.
here's my
Chris, something's wrong with your audio. With your audio, Chris, can you hear me? Chris. Well, for the people who can hear me in the chat room, I don't know if you can hear me, but men, these marriage laws, as I said before, the worst place for us to be in is married with a female. It's for us men to be in. That's the worst place. Chris.
yeah, I'm bad, man. Damn, connection done dropped again. Hold
Oh,
on, I must got some stuff still open. I must got some
okay.
stuff. Let me see if I still got some things still open. Keep on talking, brother. Let me see if I got some stuff still open. It could be the
Mm.
problem. But go ahead, brother. What was you saying? Because I fell out for a minute. Now I'm back. So what was you saying?
Oh well, I was saying while you were out,
Rest in peace, Chris. Oh
I
boy.
decided to tell you they're still listening. The cards are stacked in the favor. Since the cards are stacked in her favor, then us men, we're at fault here. We're at risk. And the young generation of males that many of these women today don't care about you. These feminists are hypocrites. They don't care about themselves, and pretty much that's pretty much what life is all about now.
Well, like I was trying to say, brother, before I got dropped off. Here's my thing. Nowadays, you gotta ask questions. It just ain't no getting around it. You gotta ask questions. You can't just go into something blindsided. You gotta ask questions, brother. And that's how you can tell if somebody is really ready for a relationship or they really want to get to know you is when you ask questions.
Mm,
If they get tired of you asking questions, then I think you pretty much got your answer. But if they are willing to sit there and answer your questions, every last one of you asks, yeah, then maybe she's down for you. But see,
yep,
that goes both ways though. You know, so like,
I agree.
yeah. So you know, it's a 50, it's a 50-50 split. You know, it can be one person gotta have more than the other. It's gotta be a 50-50 split. But of course, you know, a lot of times us men probably go a little more distant than a woman does. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. At least meet me halfway. I'm saying you ain't gotta match up with everything that I do, but at least meet me halfway. You feel me?
Yep. Yep. Me, if I'm gonna go into a relationship with a female, we need to bring something to the table. This is what I think too. We both of us need to bring something to the table. Me as a guy, I will try and do my part to try and make you happy. I'll try my part, I'll do my part to try and make you happy, treat you as a queen, etc., etc., etc. I'll try my part to do what I need to do. But hey, you as a female know, hey, I want something from you. You need to do something for me. And if you were to have a conversation with that, these females today, chances are many of them will not want to have that conversation with you. They
Mm-hmm.
won't. They won't even be interested. Why? Because I know as a fact, many of these females they have nothing to offer in the relationship. Nothing to offer. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Many of these women, all they have is just their ass and nothing else.
But now
All
hold up
their
now.
ass.
Now hold up now. Hold up now. I get them some kind of credit now, because us guys, we pretty much the same way. Some of us don't have shit to offer either. We'll sit up
Hmm.
here and tell all these bullshit ass lies, like we're trying to do this, we're trying to do that. Perfect example. When a woman meets a guy and he fills her head up, let's say if he stayed with his moms and he fills her head up with this stuff talking about, hey, I'm here because I'm helping my moms out. You know what's gonna happen? If you tell that lie enough to her, she's gonna believe it. You know?
Hmm.
And if he's not working, he gonna come up with the same excuses, well, this happened, that happened, you know, and you know, she gives him a chance, and she try to give him time to work. Just like me, you were talking earlier, like when you let somebody stay with you, how they try to hide their bad habits, but when you really meet them, you see they really ain't shit like they say they were. And it's like that with us too, brother. We do the same thing too, ain't got shit to offer. But see, here's the twist to that. And I hope I'm making sense. You know, the twist to that is us as men and them as women. We will only let people do to us so much that we allow. If we allow it, they're gonna do it. Let me say that again. If we allow them to come into our life and don't offer nothing, then that's exactly what they're gonna do. So it's a lot of times, man, you got to put your foot down at the door and let them know, hey,
Yep. Yep.
this
Yep.
ain't that. This is what I'm expecting. This is what I'm expecting. This is what I want. If you can't meet me there, because if I'm asking you or tell you this is what I want, then pretty much, I'm gonna want you to expect the same thing from you. But if I tell you this is what I want, and you say, that's too much to ask for, then of course that tells you right there you're not the one for me, right?
I hear
Yeah.
Chris.
I mean, you're not the one for me. So if you know that this person can't contribute what you want to contribute and vice versa, then why still go into a relationship with a person knowing
The thing is,
that that's
Chris.
not what they want?
Yes, Chris. Some people they settle for less. Some people are so desperate to be in a relationship, they just want a partner that they will settle for anything. What some people do. It's not really right for you to settle for anything. You need to have your goals. You need to have your preferences. And if you can't meet the female that fits those preferences, me, I'm not gonna have that too much of a standard for women.
Mm-hmm.
Just plain and simple. Me, what I would do is this. What I want from female is this: compassion. I want loyalty, caring. I want a female who, I can't know, who wants to please me, things I want.
Mm-hmm.
So simple, straightforward, nothing simple, straightforward. So it's the same thing for me with her now. I need to be able to do my part in pleasing her. This is what I would say. If she comes with a whole list of requirements that I need to meet up to, hey, I'm gonna ask her straight up. Those list of requirements you want me to meet up to, do that for me. And if she's not gonna do that for me, I'm not gonna be with you. If a guy has standards, females need to meet, but some females will say you must be shallow. If I say I don't want to date a female with kids, some female will look at me and say I'm shallow. But there's nothing wrong with a female who says she doesn't date a guy who's too tall. What's wrong with that? There's a problem right there. So women are allowed to have standards, men are not. Men just take women as they come, and females get to pick and choose what they want. For me, that's not gonna fly. And you as a female need to meet those standards. And if you don't like it, that's your problem.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Now,
if
go ahead.
if you say that us men take them as they are, then that's something that us men we gotta fix. We gotta stop doing that. If you want to use that logic, we gotta stop doing that. We gotta do the same thing that they do. Just like they gotta pick up the litter, we gotta pick up the litter too. You know. But you absolutely right though. If we don't want to date no woman with kids, we are shallow. If we don't want to wait, if we don't want to date no woman that's thick, hefty, fat, whatever you want to call it, we shallow. If you want to, if you want to, don't want to date no mom who's staying at home with, or date a woman who's staying at home with her mom,
Yep.
we shallow.
Yep.
But see, I'm glad I just brought that up right there because there's a lot of women out there, and I think I talked with Hugger P about this a couple of times. That's like a man gotta have this, a man gotta have that, car, house, job, financially stable, all this and that. But tell me why they asking for all that when they ain't even got half of the shit that they asking for. So what are they looking for? Are they looking for a relationship or are they looking for a sugar daddy? Or are they looking for FWB, friend with benefits? What you say about that, brother?
Chris, you were kind of breaking up still now. Repeat the question again. You were breaking up a little bit.
Where I lose you at?
Oh, can't quite tell, man. You were breaking up for a good while. Trying to listen keenly to what you were saying. Were you saying the guy has a lot of stuff
No, I
and
was
she
saying, you know how you got some women that say, um, a man gotta have this, a man gotta have that. I guess to keep her attention. You know, house, car, job, financially stable. So my question to you is, why do a lot of women ask for stuff like that? Where they ain't even got half of the shit that they asking for. They ain't got no car.
Oh, I
They ain't got no
yep, yep,
house.
yep.
They ain't got no car. They ain't got no
I hear you,
house.
Chris.
You know what I'm saying? They
I hear
may
you,
have a
Chris.
job. They may have a job, but all that stuff that they're saying a man's supposed to have, you ain't even got half of. You may got one or two of them. But you expect this man supposed to be all high, all matty. So what the? I mean, what are you looking for? Are you looking for a relationship, or are you looking for a sugar daddy, or are you looking for a friend with benefits? When you say we gotta have all that, but you ain't got
Many of
it.
these women, Many of these women, brother, and I agree with what you're saying, and it's so true. Many of these women are like that today. Many of these women, they ain't got nothing with them, but at the same time, they expect a man to have a car, they expect a man to have a job, they expect a man to have all this stuff, but she don't have half of what he has. But she gets to say, you know what, I want you regardless because hey, you have all this stuff, but hey, what does he get in return from you? And if you, as I said before, if you have the discussion with a female, like with a female, they'll get offended. Many of these women, they ain't got nothing to offer in a relationship. That's a fact. They have
Mm-hmm.
nothing to offer, nothing at all to
Mm-hmm.
offer. If I have a job, if I have a car, if I have a house, and I have all stuff, and I'm looking at you as a female, I'm going to wonder, what is it that you can offer me? What can you give me? Of course, if you can't answer that, why should I be with you? Me? Do you like me for me, or do you like me because of the stuff I have? Which one?
Right. 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 But you know, as always, when you approach them like that, we get ridiculed. They start that faggot shit. You must be gay and all that shit because you're not catering to what they want. You know. And I can speak on that, brother, because I'd have been through that a lot, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'd have been through that shit a lot. You know, but you got a
Right.
lot of them that try to be slick with it. You got a lot of them try to be real slick with it. So you gotta be real careful when you dealing with folks who like that all about we all gotta say this, we all gotta have this, we all gotta have that. But I want to ask you this too, brother.
I
Why
hear
is
Chris.
it?
I hear Chris.
Let me ask you this: why is it that a woman can stay at home with her folks and it seems like it's okay, but if a man stay at home with his folks, he's a scrub?
Dude, dude, as I said before, brother, as I said before, there's so many of these females are. I'm gonna toss this out there too. Many of these females will say she don't want no man who lives in his own mama's house, lives in her own mom's house. May that make sense?
Repeat that. Repeat that again.
That's
Repeat that, Paul.
screwed up, man. No, no. Many of these females will say, she wants a man who doesn't live in his mama's house.
Mm-hmm.
She lives in her own mom's house. Make that make sense?
Exactly. But nobody never called him a scrub. We get called a scrub. We scrubs. We scrubs.
Exactly. Yep. Either we're gay for not accepting a female, or we're scrubs because we don't. One female say any guy that doesn't agree with a female is gay.
Yeah, I remember you was telling me about that. You said somebody made that comment on your YouTube page or something, didn't it? Well, now what was you talking about for her to say that to you?
Repeat.
What were you talking about to make her say that to you?
Oh. Well, it was on my Instagram. I was arguing with her about. Well, actually, she came. I think she came on my page, on Tommy's page, for it because she didn't like the post, and I tell her, hey, if you females don't like what Tommy says, then leave the page. Why are you here? And me and her have this back and forth argument. She came on my page, acting the typical black woman who trolls the page, call you all kind of gays and all that stuff. And then she said, and she told me any guy that doesn't agree with a female, she told that to me on my page. I never went to her page, on my page, and told me
So
that.
so so hold on. This woman said any man that doesn't agree with a black woman, he's gay.
Yep. Any guy that doesn't agree with a black female or argues with a black female is gay.
So is she meaning just black men or black and white?
A black female.
No, I'm talking about when she said about the men. Is she talking about a man
Yeah,
stepped up?
black man.
She talking about black man. That's the stupidest shit I heard.
Yep, it is, brother. It's ridiculous. Females will say any kind of thing. I even made a support video to Tommy Sotomayor. And if you look at the comment section, there's a female there. Well, there are guys who call me gay, and and I think females basically agreed with the guys. Those people were saying I have a homosexual tone.
You know what? I'm
In other
used
words,
to.
guys sound gay.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not surprised because Huggy P did a video today, and somebody made a gay slur at him. And said, and it goes back to the show that I did. Why just a simple disagreement just like that? Why you just can't say, hey, I don't agree with you. I don't like this guy, and go on by your business. Why? Why we gotta be gay? Why we gotta be gay? Why y'all gotta be something gay?
Exactly, man.
It's
And
always
this is
something gay.
how. Yep,
And see, and
exactly.
it's the guys and the girls doing it now. The guys and girls doing it now, saying gay shit. Make that make
Guys were
sense.
raised up by women. Yep, because guys were raised up by women who say gay stuff. Guys were raised up by these whores. So they're gonna repeat what these whores say.
Hey, say that shit, brother. Say it, brother.
Yep. Yep, exactly, man. Exactly. That's all it is, Chris. So men do what women say, men mimic what a female say because they were raised up by women. Remember, Chris, we live in a world where women must be uplifted. Where in the black race, women must be uplifted, women are gods, all that stuff. They were raised up by with that mentality. They were raised up with that mentality.
hey,
They're gonna cater to these
hey,
women.
hey, DJ just did it again. Whores. That's right, whores. Whores. But you're right, brother. You're right, brother. But tell me this, brother. Tell me this. And I don't give a damn what nobody say. Why we gotta go through this shit with our own sisters, man? Why? All this stuff we talking about right now, brother. I never had none of these problems with a white woman. Never. Even the one I just dated back, we broke up back in February. But see, she's the only one I had a problem out of. But see, I know what her problem was because she been around a lot of these black whores, and she acted just like them. Check it out. Well, it was kind of my fault that I got with this chick, because it was red flags in my face about this chick. But see, I'm not the one that's like trying to like ridicule somebody for what their situations are because I don't know how they got in their situations. But I'm all for chemistry. If we got a good chemistry, then I'll see what's good. No harm, no foul. But that was a big mistake I made. Everything was going good until I disagreed with her with something that she did. And brother, I tell you, I'm pointing out facts to this woman. You did this, you did that. And this woman, no, she did this. You know what she does? She goes from telling everybody I'm a good man to now I'm just this disrespectful jackass. I'm like, so you just gonna make up an excuse where pretty much sound like you blaming me. You blaming me for your actions. You blaming me for the shit that you did. I ain't taking responsibility for nothing. I ain't saying, you know what, you're right, Chris. I did do that. I'm sorry. Didn't say none of that. This woman literally argued me up and down for something she did. She did, brother. Not once, twice. The first argument, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, fuck it. Water on the bridge. And not too long after that one, we got into it about something again that I know it's my fault. I mean, damn, it was her fault. And I called this woman up on it. She completely argued with me again. And it was her fucking fault. And then I had to think about it, brother. I had to think about it. I think she been dating like black men all her life from what my understanding, what she told me. So guess what? If she dating us black men, guess who she be around when she dating us? The whores in the family.
Mm.
The whores in the family. So if you dating us black men, see, she ain't never met nobody in my family. I'm not saying anybody in my family are whores, not that I know of, but I just don't fuck with my family like that. I don't fuck with her like that. But I seen one of her female friends. She stopped at her house to drop off something. And man, just judge by looking at that girl look like she'd give a nigga hell. Just by looking at her. That woman look like she'd give a nigga hell if you didn't agree with her. She just looked like that. And I could be wrong. And I thought about that, brother. And matter of fact, this was around the time my birthday was coming up. Don't you know this woman argued me up and down, and I'm still trying to be cordial about the shit. But after the second argument, she was instantly ready to throw the relationship away. And I was like, wow, that's kind of foul right there, for something you did. You did. So I'm thinking, brother, well, my birthday a couple of days. The tension in the air probably settled down, the smoke probably cleared. Dude, my birthday came. Good as I meant to this woman, dude. I guess I wasn't even good enough to deserve a text saying happy birthday. This white whore didn't even take the time to text me and say happy birthday. And good as I was to that woman, I said, yep,
Mm.
she's not a white woman. Her skin is white, but deep inside, she's a black, ungrateful, trifling whore. And that's the only white woman I had trouble out of. Only white woman I had trouble
Mm.
out of. Only one. But check this out. Chassie said she said her sis does that with her husband all day long. Some women immature are lost, stupid included. Is she right? How you gonna sit
Mm.
up there and you got a man that's treating you like gold, pretty much putting you on a pedestal, you know what I'm saying? But as soon as he call you up on your shit, you act like a complete jackass. They don't want to take responsibility for shit. If I want a woman like that, then I would have stayed dating the black whores.
Mm. The one
I
thing I
mean,
learned, Chris, about yeah, the one thing I learned, Chris, is this. It's like black women and the stuff that they do. The next thing I have a big problem with is white women who hang on with these kind of black women. These black
yeah,
women, and I said
yeah.
before, they ain't many of them are no good. And white women who are raised right, if they hang out with these black women, they're gonna pick up their rotten traits, they're gonna pick up their rotten attitude, and they're gonna act just like those black women.
Mhm,
As
mhm.
much as I hate the majority of black women, I have to watch out for these white women who hang out with these black women because they're gonna act just as ratchet as the black females.
You know what, brother? I think that the black women are starting to train the white women to act like them. That's why a lot of them act like them. I can't stand to see a white woman act like a thug. I can't stand to see a woman period like a thug. That is so unattractive.
Dude, Chris, the one thing I can say is this to Chris. What happened? What happened? I think it was last week. Was I got into a argument with a white female. What she did, I left a comment on a post. She argued with me about what I commented. I never went to her. She came to me, argued with what I comment, and then she blocked me. I didn't argue with her. No, she came to me, argued with me, and then blocked me. That is something a black female would do.
What
Let's
what
tell
what
me
y'all
more right.
what y'all arguing about?
Huh?
What y'all arguing about?
Well, on our post, I said, and this comment had nothing, literally nothing to do with her race. I comment saying, black women, many black women would say, black women come in all colors, shapes, and sizes. That's what I left. That's the comment I left. And apparently she got offended at that comment. She as a white woman, she got upset about that comment. And me and her going back and forth, telling her, "Let us drop it. Come on, leave that. Leave. Let's just end this." And then after the whole argument, she blocked me.
Wow.
This is what a black female does. She goes to you, argues with what you post or comment, and then block you.
Right.
Women who hang out with black women, they act just as ratchet as them.
Well, like I said
This is
again,
why
man.
I encourage white women out there. You were raised up right. Many of you were raised up in good households. You have good morals. Do not lose those good morals. Keep it. A desire of we call it no waiting until marriage to have children. You hang out with black women, many of these black whores today, you will have kids before you're married. That's what's gonna happen.
You know, brother.
Pick up their traits. Yeah, go ahead.
You know what I think, brother? I believe black women. The reason a lot of Toys R Us are closed down, we're down here in Memphis, is because the black women took over, and they call it whores R Us. It's not Toys R Us no more. It's whores R Us. And what they do, they take all the white women in who date us black guys and train them to act just like them. That's why the Toys R Us are down. Whores are us.
Whores are
Whores,
us.
whores are us. I want to be a horse Russ kid. Oh man, for sure, man, for sure. But that, you know what? It's sad, brother. 'Cause it's true. It's true. Redemption said two whores are Russ. They want to be the horse of Russ kid. Oh man, brother, this is a good combo, brother. This is a good conversation.
Yeah, this is good. This is a nice
This is a good conversation. I can't stop laughing, brother. Horse or Russ.
conversation.
Oh man, goddamn, yeah, they take all the white women in and train them to act just like them. And you know what?
Yep.
You know what we
Yep.
say? Would it be funny? I'll be a horse Russ kid all day long. That what Redemption said. He said, "Where do I sign up, bro? Is there a rewards card? I'm sure it is a rewards card. A
Us.
rewards card. A rewards card."
Whores are us.
Oh man. Oh brother, this is a good conversation, man. This is a good conversation, brother. I'm enjoying this little one-on-one, man. You hitting on a lot of facts. Real talk though, bullshit aside. You hitting on a lot of facts, man. And I don't know what happened, but I'm a '80s baby. And when I was
Mm.
growing up, man, half of the stuff that the black women are doing now, I didn't see this back then growing up. I didn't see this back then growing up at all. You had mothers who is actually mothers, making sure their child was fed, bathed, made sure they went to school, and all that stuff. Made sure that she let you go play. They let you go play for a while, and once you get through playing, you gotta come back in and do your homework. Once you do your homework, get your meal, get your dinner, you get your homework done. You may stay up for a little while, watch TV, and you go to bed. It wasn't none of this what they doing now, going out twerking all up in the club, drinking, wearing short skirts and shit with no panties. Got
Yep.
face
I agree, Chris.
boots
I
on
agree.
say all up and cracking your ass. It wasn't none of that back in the 80s, man.
Yep. Chris,
We
even though I wasn't born in the 80s, I was born in the 90s. And I can say this, Chris, I'm pretty sure back in the days, there were standards, there were morals, the old people, they taught the young people very well and teach them how to be well-mannered citizens. But now, dude, it's a free-for-all. You do anything you
it
want.
is. It really is. It's a free for all, and it's sad. And back then, brother, an elder can speak to a young lady, and they'll take heed to their word. And when you see them young ladies grow up, they be some of the sweetest, manageable girls. Grew up, may have one child, but they know who their child daddy is because they had a lot of elder people around her kicking her knowledge. So she may slipped up and had a child, but then whoever she had that child with, 9 times out of 10 back then, they end up getting married. And you will still have them same couples who
Mm,
are still married to this day, because they had wise people all around them, you know? And
I hear. Yep.
we have come a long way, brother, from the 80s. We have come a long way from the 80s, man. I don't know. The young lady named Honey Cola posted a pic, and I think you saw that. The pic said the mothers back then, it showed a picture of Florida Evans. And it said the mothers today showed a woman sitting on a chair with her ass poked out. And she was,
Yep, I saw it. I saw that picture. I saw it. I saw
yes,
it.
and she was absolutely right. She absolutely right when she did that.
Yep.
She's
What has
absolutely.
happened to our society? Happened to our
Mm,
society, man? What has
I
happened?
don't know either, brother. I don't know either. Now these girls growing up 10, 11, 12, 13, fucking worse than the grown ups.
Yep. Yep.
Out smoking weed, getting weave all up in their hair, getting fake IDs so they can twerk in the club, letting these grown ass niggas, know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, rubbing their fingers all in their camel toe and all that shit, man.
You forget fighting too. Fighting everywhere.
Oh yeah, fighting. They fighting,
Yep.
recording it,
Fighting too.
putting that shit on Instagram, putting that shit on Word Star Hip Hop, and they think this shit is cool. They think this shit is cool, and this shit is not
Yep.
cool. It's not
Yep.
cool at
Even
all.
on Instagram. Even on Instagram, they just go on Instagram showing their ass just to get some likes from thirsty niggas.
Yep, yep, yep. And I never been the one who condone a young man or a young lady sitting up there beating on a grown person. I've seen plenty of videos where these young niggly cubs in school sitting up here whooping on the teacher. They whooping on the security guard, whooping up on a principal. And they can't do nothing because the laws change so much that you can't fight them back. You can't fight them back. And you'll get in trouble, you
Exactly.
fight them back. You'll get in trouble,
Exactly.
you fight them back.
What can we do? What can we do, man? What can we do? It
That's
all
you know
starts
what?
in the household, brother. Household. And we got to talk to women and get them to understand, hey, the laws are having you work against us men. So you are the ones we need to rely on right now to um uh, to make better decisions, because these men are the way they are today because of how they were raised up. And a lot of these men who ain't shit were raised up by women who ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
these women, these twerkers, all these women raised up by women who are twerkers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Paul, brother, if you
Yep.
don't mind, if you don't mind, I want to bring Redemption on the panel because we talked to him once about this conversation, and by him
Mhm.
actually
Go ahead.
being married or whatever, he can drop some more knowledge on this conversation. So if it's okay with you, brother, I would like to send him the link and let him join the conversation, man. Let him put his input in, if you don't mind, brother.
All right, Chris. All right, sure, sure.
Okay.
Jump off, or I can stay on.
No, no, no. You can stay on. 'Cause it's your session. I want you to stay on too, brother. It's your session, man. This is
Oh,
all
okay.
you, brother.
Okay. All right.
Let me send him the link, cause I want to hear.
Stay.
I want to hear him speak on this. I want to hear him speak on this, man. And
Stay.
maybe he can send a positive message by him being in this situation. If people would listen to him, but then again, shit going on with him, you know, you got a lot of people trolling him and stuff. They probably let that shit just go into one ear and come out the other. But I know me and you would listen, so hey, one ear is better than none. You understand?
Mm, yep.
One ear is better
All
than
right.
none. So let me send him this link, and if he don't mind, I would love him to come on the panel. Our redemption, check your hangouts, brother. And if you don't mind, come on in. Come on in. But yeah, Paul, this is good, brother. I think you're making some very valid points, and of course, anybody else who's gonna hear this afterwards, you might well get ready, man, because we're gonna be called coons, we're gonna be called faggots, you might well get
Mm,
ready. You might
anyway.
they go to man right
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
you go. Thank you, brother, for joining. How you doing, Redemption?
What's going on?
All right, all right.
How you
So
doing? How you doing, Paul?
Hey, Redemption. You good?
Yeah, it's good. It's nice to see you on. Your voice quality is a lot better lately.
yeah,
Thanks,
it is.
thanks, thanks, brother. Thanks, brother.
So Redemption, you heard everything we was talking about, man. This been
Yep.
a real deep conversation. Paul is hitting on some good notes. And it's sad that he said even in Jamaica, the marriage rate is low. You got more pregnancy percentage out there than marriage. And I think that's quite sad. It's like it's happening here in the US too.
Hmm.
But you have been married before.
Sure have.
By me and him being by me and him being young men, you know, give us a little, what it takes to get there, man. I know we hit on some key points saying you really got to find out, about the person. And one of the things you got to find out is that you at least need to stay with them. Because they say you don't know nobody until you stay with them.
Hmm. Yeah.
Till you stay with them.
Uh,
So,
there's a lot of stuff there to take into consideration. One of the big things I would say is make sure you really, 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 really know the person that you're getting married to before you get married. Really know
mm,
them. And I
Exactly.
don't and I don't mean really know them the way that an 18 or a 19 or a 20-year-old knows a woman. I mean really know them because you're entwining your life with another person's in a way that is not it's not easy to separate, if that makes sense. Oh, jeez.
right.
So there's a lot of little things. I mean, you know, much like when you have a child. My God, my phone is going off all of a sudden. Um,
That's why I had to leave the chat, man. Because I don't know if Paul kept hearing the ding. I just had to leave the chat because, not that I have a problem with what y'all was talking about. It just kept dinging. And I don't
you
know.
get distracted. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know was it coming through the conversation or not. So,
No, it does. It doesn't. But yeah, it's distracting. I mean, in
oh,
my
okay,
case, it
cool,
is.
cool,
But
cool, cool.
I'm gonna put my phone on silent real quick.
Hold on. Let me do something real quick.
Don't worry.
Let me do something
Don't
real
worry.
quick. Let me do something real quick. Real quick. Hey, Chaz, there I go.
Hey, Chris.
So
Yeah,
there's a lot of considerations. I mean, first of all, you're much like when you're having a child, you're losing the right to be selfish anymore about your space, and to a degree about your time. You know, you're not going to have the same alone time that you had. You know, when you're just dating somebody and they come over, even if they come over for a couple of days, it's still not the same. You know, even the energy of that interaction is different because you know you're spending time together as opposed to they're there all the time. So that's one aspect of it, and it's a big adjustment, uh, to be very fair. But then you know, little things like you know, I don't know, the other person, I don't know, pisses on the toilet seat or doesn't clean up after themselves or whatever, you know. Uh, you'd be surprised. You'd be
oh,
surprised. You'd be surprised about the shit that you discover about a person when you're sharing space with them all the time.
right,
Um,
right.
you know, so
Yep.
that's. I mean, just I mean, you name it. You know, when you're a good example, and it's a little crude to say, but you know, when you're dating, um, and especially if you've got you know the girl that you're with spending the night, once she's asleep and you're laying there, if suddenly the urge comes across, you know, when you're dating, you get up and you leave the room to fart because you know you don't. God forbid she wakes up and smells that. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
But when you're married, you're living in that same room. Ain't nobody get up. Nobody's leaving that
Right.
room. You know, and it's there's things that just change because of practicality. Um, and if the person you're with is not terribly considerate of you, then you're going to be in a chastity. I threatened to kill
I know,
Nelly
right?
now.
I know.
Yeah, you know, and it's stuff that you don't expect. I mean, same with same with when you have kids. You know, I've got kids ranging eight and up, and you know, sometimes you'll go in the bathroom, you know, and there'll be a turd floating in the toilet, and you're like, why the hell didn't you flush the toilet? You know, what the hell is that all about? Um, you know, so it's just shit like that, you know. And you don't get to be selfish about your time. You know, you have to specifically say, hey, I need some alone time to just chill out. You know. So there's a lot of considerations like that. And if you don't know that person, man, it can get really bad. You know, I've seen couples fighting over stupid shit, man, stupid shit, fighting over video games, man, grown ass
Oh no,
adults.
no, no, no. Are you
Oh
serious?
man.
Are you
Swear to
serious?
What
God, man. I knew this.
video?
I have a friend who are a couple, and a couple years back they were going through a rough patch, and they're both disabled and and on disability, and they've got a very young daughter, and they're in their early 20s, got married too early, you know, settled down before they were ready to settle down, and we would all be playing video games, and they'd be sitting there in TeamSpeak, fucking screaming and fighting with each other, and just all kinds of. And finally, I'd take them aside and I said, "Hey, yo, listen, I don't want to be a dickhead, but let me give you a flash of what your life is gonna look." Anytime I preface it with saying I don't mean to be a dickhead, it means I'm about to be a dickhead. But
Right.
you know, but I told him, I said, "Let me flash forward a few years and explain to you what your life is gonna look like. The two of you are gonna be separated. Your wife is going to have the kid because in the state you live in, they favor the mom. You're both going to be in horrible financial straits living with your respective parents, and everyone is going to be effing miserable, and your kid's going to grow up to be fucked up, especially because you have a daughter. She's going to grow up to be a incomplete person who does really bad, you know, makes really bad decisions in the name of getting the kind of confidence boosting attention that she needs." And I told him flat out, and if you go down that path in 17 or 18 years from now, a guy like me is going to come along and ruin your daughter, and you know you don't want that. You know you need to you need to you know stop being selfish, stop fighting over stupid shit and learn to talk it out like adults. And
Mm-hmm.
the two of them, to me,
Chris, redemption. I haven't read a case in Australia or heard of a case in Australia where a female I think she divorced her husband
mhm.
because he didn't wash the dishes or does something else because he
Yeah,
didn't wash the dishes. He was doing everything else.
unfortunately
Yeah,
in
go ahead.
unfortunately in Australia, the court system favors the woman even more than in the United States. Unfortunately, it's disturbingly
Yeah,
easy for them to get full custody.
Mm-hmm.
exactly, man. Dude,
Mm-hmm.
redemption. I haven't touched the fact that here in the United States, females lie in court just to try and get custody of the case, putting the dad in jail.
Sure. Okay. Well, I'm gonna share a story with you. So the reason I got divorced from my ex-wife was because I came home from work one day and picked up my kid from my mom, who was watching him for us. And at the time, she worked at a grocery store, and we were out of toilet paper. So I figured, hell, instead of calling her to make her get it, I'll take the kid and we'll drop in and say hello and surprise her, and then grab the grocery shopping so she doesn't have to. So I pulled into the grocery store and her car wasn't there. Um, Long story short, she was cheating on me. So that's a story of how I caught her. So
Mm-hmm.
when all that went
Damn,
down,
man.
yeah, that was October 30th of 2008. So um, so October 30th of 2008, we get home and I told her, I said, we put the kid in bed and I said, pack yourself a night's clothes and get the fuck out of my house. And and then I called her mom and I said, you need to pick up your daughter, and that was the end of that. And
Oh,
at that time, her her job was to go to work and put away some money while my work was going to pay all the bills. And come to find
yeah.
out that she wasn't saving any money. She was blowing it on I don't know what. Um, but she was out of the house. I was paying for everything. She left without a car. She left without a cell phone. And over the next week or so, I would get calls on her phone from our mutual friends and stuff. And I was just like, hey, we're not together anymore. Just so you know, you'll have to reach her at her mom's house. And that was it. That was as far as I was going.
Yeah.
Um, and they would say, well, what happened? And I'd say, well, you know what? She can tell you what happened.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
couple of days later, I get a phone call from one of my friends, and they were like, "Hey, just so you should know that your ex-wife is telling everybody that you were beating her up."
Holy
Oh my
shit.
God,
Holy shit.
hmm
Holy
And
shit.
yeah,
man.
and that was the story of the first and only time, thankfully, that I've ever been accused of abusing a woman. Um, I, of course, was not putting my hands on her in any way whatsoever at all. And the untold amount of damage that did to me, because over the coming month and a half, I discovered who were who really did know me. You know, um, over that next month and a half, I learned who my actual real friends were. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and luckily most people had the common sense and knew her well enough to know what was really up, and that was the end of that. Yeah, it is some
Look,
scorn bitch shit, isn't it,
look,
Chastity?
look, look. Let me tell you a story, brother. And I didn't mean to cut you off, but when
No,
you
go
say
for
that,
it.
I want to tell this story right here. Man, I was 20 or 21 and staying with my mom's. we didn't have the best relationship staying together. We stayed into it a lot too. So, when you get that age with a lot of people now, you get to smelling yourself and you think you can't nobody tell you shit.
Mm.
So me, the way things were going between me and my mom, I'm trying to get out that motherfucker as soon as I can. So I ran across this woman who is 8 years older than me, and everything was going good at first until her ex-boyfriend somehow showed up in the picture, and I'm gonna tell you how crazy this is. She first told me that he stopped by. I wasn't at the house. I wasn't at the house when he first stopped by. So, we kind of got into it with that. I mean, it was her house. But my thing is this, I mean, we still in a relationship. So, I mean, can I get at least some kind of respect? I'm not trying to tell you run your house, but if we agreed to do this together, then, what I'm saying? Show the relationship some respect, you know?
Yeah.
Um, so this guy pops up again later. So when he pops up, she runs in and gets me. He said, look, come on, come on. I didn't know he was coming. He popped up, look, just come to the door. Cause I don't want you to think I'm trying to hide nothing from you. So now this guy is thicker than me. So when I come to the door, I meet and greet him, shook his hand, and he says the reason he came over her house because her nephew, which was 13 or 14 at the time, had dropped a toy in his car. Matter of fact, I can tell you what kind of toy it was. It was a goddamn treasure trove. If y'all remember them damn things, them damn treasure troves. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking like, you can't all over here to bring a goddamn treasure trove to a 13 or 14-year-old young man. That man don't give a shit about that toy. What the fuck is up? So, I'm keeping my composure, you know, because I feel like this was a situation that I got to deal with her with because she allowed this to happen. And he only came because she allowed it to happen. So, of course, when he left, you know, I was like, now damn well this man to come over here and bring no damn fucking treasure trove toy to your 13 or 14-year-old nephew. What the fuck he worried about that for? What's going on? Tell me what's up. He came over here for something else. I ain't hearing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, I mean, I didn't know he was coming. Blah 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 blah. All right. So now it's tension in the relationship now, and something else happened. I just said, fuck it, no, I can't do this no more. No, what happened is we planned on taking my little sister to the circus. She was a baby at the time. And I found out that this woman who supposed to be my girlfriend invited this Negro to go with us. I said, you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. No, no, no. I tell you what. Y'all go to the circus together. Leave me and my sister out of it. Fuck you and fuck him. So, I gotta go back home to my damn mom's. Oh Lord, I didn't want to do that, but I'm not gonna sit up there and just let nobody just run over me. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I gets to the house, goes back to my mom's house. Probably like a week or a few days later, I get a call just like you did. They introduced themselves and say they was a friend of hers. And I'm just like, okay. So she asked me, what happened. Now back then, if I would really use my brain, I would have did what you did. Don't ask me, ask her. Since you know what's
Mm-hmm.
going on, then apparently she must have already told you. So why you calling me? But I'm not thinking. I'm not thinking. So I tell her what's going on, and she said something behind it I can't remember. And I asked, I said, wait a minute, let me ask you a question. I said, why are you calling me instead of her?
Mm-hmm.
And she like, well, Chris, you could have chose not to talk to me if you didn't want to. So I'm like, no, cause I'm cool with a lot of people, but it's not my job to try to fix their relationship. So, yeah, I tell you what, if anything else she tell you, take it and run with it. Don't call me no more because this is not your place. That's her place. If she want to fix this, let her fix it. You don't call me. So, whatever she tell you, but now, take it, run with it. Take it and run with it.
Hmm.
Don't call me anymore. Don't call me anymore. She's supposed to fix that.
Yeah, I don't know
You
what he's
know?
doing calling. I don't know what he's doing calling you. He's the competition.
No, it was a chick. It was a chick.
Oh, that's even
Yeah, it was
worse.
a chick. Yeah, it is. It is. So, and so it's funny you just brought to that what you said because it triggered that back, when she did that. But at the end, man, after the smoke cleared, we were still cool. We just like, hey, maybe this ain't for us, this, that, and the other, and I kind of like end stuff on terms like that. But I don't want to go around, just being upset with somebody for something for so long. You know what I'm saying? If we can squash it and clear the smoke and still remain cordial as friends, then I'm all down for it. Because as long as I'm your friend, I don't have to be around you. I talk to you when I want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I come around you when I want to come around you, and vice versa. But the fact is, if we can clear the smoke, then we just leave it like that. Some people like to go back after they break up with somebody, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but I firmly believe that it never be the same second time around. It's never going to be the same. I tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, I agree entirely.
Right, right. So interesting you told that story because something similar happened to me, but on this time, on this my story, she didn't go around telling nobody I was beating on her, and I think that's just like Chastity said, that is some scorn bitch shit. And I don't like women who play victim like that. I know because you get a lot of shit stirred up. You get a lot of shit stirred up lying like that. You get a lot of trouble going on.
Exactly, Chris. Exactly.
Yeah, you
That's
get a lot
right.
of shit stirred up, and
Exactly.
this man gonna end
Yep.
up going to jail for something he didn't even do. And
Friends
she
start fighting over dumb shit, and
exactly, exactly. Then you know what's gonna happen? Us men gonna be in jail. She's still out there hee hee ha
Yep.
ha and getting dick all over the place.
Mhm.
But we in jail,
Yep.
and she ain't got no proof that I hit her, no marks, no nothing. But the fact that she says that you hit her and she get a bunch of her girls to say, yeah, he did hit it because when she came over here, she had all these bruise marks and stuff on her. But if she had them bruise marks stuff on there, why y'all didn't call police right then and there? Why you wait until she try to get something and she can't get what she want, then she want to turn around and talk about blackmail you talk about call police. Bitch, call them. Call them. And it said, like Paul said, it said, man, how the law is on a woman's side like that. That she can have a bruise, and you didn't put it on there. But the fact that they see a bruise, they going by the physical evidence. Yeah, you hit her. Come on, let's go, partner. What?
Those
Are
guys,
you serious?
guys, I've watched many videos, guys. I watched many videos on YouTube, many reports of women who file false rape charges on men, even cops too. I even watched a video on YouTube where a female was pulled over by a cop, and the cop was asking her questions and wanted to give her a ticket. And you know what the female did? She went and filed a false molestation charge on her,
Mm,
on the guy cop, on the guy cop. No, it's a good thing the cop had a video camera pointed to videotape everything, because if he never did that, he would be in jail and he would have lost his license. Was a thing he videotaped the whole thing. She never knew, but it was videotaped, so he had it as evidence to back up his
Paul,
claim, back up his
Paul,
argument.
Paul, hold on for a
This is
minute,
not.
brother. Hold on for a minute, brother. I don't mean to cut
Yeah,
you off. My man
yeah,
Hooker
go
P
ahead.
made it in the chat room. My man Hooker P in the chat. What's going on, brother? He said, "Is this open
That's
panel?"
good.
Uh, yeah, I'm probably gonna make it an open panel. I'm probably am gonna make it an open panel because I think Steven said something about opening up another panel and make it a real talk show. But I'm running out for my data off my phone, so I don't want to do that. I had the same issues that I had earlier. Constantly dumping out and then coming back in. That's why I was telling Redemption earlier. I'm surprised that the broadcast still be going on when it happens, but I'm glad it does. It kind of keep the flow of the show going. So
Mhm.
uh, I'd rather just stick with this panel. And Paul, I appreciate you letting me let Redemption on. Even though this is your session. But I don't want to get him
Yep,
on
no
because
problem.
he's been in this situation. He actually been married, and he could put some little spice on the conversation they were talking about. You know. No, Hooker P, they not gonna overcharge me, bro, because I'm using Metro PCS and I got 8 GB. As long as I keep my resolution on low, I ain't got no problem, brother. As long as I keep that resolution on low, I ain't got no problem. You know what I'm saying? It ain't extra for that because I'm using another app to use the data. So I'm not getting charged for that shit. But it is eating up. It would still eat up my hotspot though. But I'm not getting charged for that. So yeah, as long as I keep this some bitch on low resolution, I'm good, brother. Fuck that. Fuck that. But the signal is shitty over here where I'm at though, which I'm surprised it's still holding up this long. So I'm doing good because they did the same thing with Steven. We had our one-on-one. It had up the whole time. As a matter of fact, for those of you in the chat, did y'all see my one-on-one with Steven? And did y'all hear the story that he told? Huggy P, I hope you saw it because
Yep, I heard it.
I said in the show, I hope Huggy P see that. He got to hear that. He got to hear that
Totally, you need
story.
to check it out.
That story was
Totally check it
nuts.
out.
That story was nuts. I never heard of a woman wanting some dick that bad. That bad.
I don't think it's the dick. I think honestly, I think she was out for a kid.
That too.
I mean, if it was all
Yep,
about
exactly, man.
if it was all about the dick, she'd do whatever she had to get it, including
Yeah.
pop some birth control pills, for example.
Well, for what Stevie said, she was still trying to get it. She was still trying to get it.
She sounded like a nut job to me,
She did what?
like a nut job,
Hey,
like a psycho.
Huggy P said, I told her they wanted more
Dude,
than us. But he said, well, damn,
the-
Redemption beat me to
these
it.
women guys, these women guys, they want babies because they know the law backs them and supports them. They know they have a safety net, so they want the baby to get the benefits from the government, and also they want to be able to have control over the man. That's all it's about,
Oh, Stevie
control.
is still in there. Okay, Stevie is in there. He said she was.
If all she wants is dick, I'd give her that all day long. But
Right.
I think to be crude, I think it's what's coming out of it that she's looking for.
Right. Right, man. And wow, I never had this situation that Stevie went through with a woman, and I hope I never will. I hope I never will, because car or not, if I'm telling you no, I don't want your cookies. Call me a fag, call me a coon, all you want. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out, because now you disrespecting me. You disrespecting me. You in my home disrespecting me. And I told you no. How many times I gotta tell you no to say that I don't want it? And you still trying to give it to me like that, it's gonna make me think you got something. You trying to pass something on to me. And I do not want it. I don't want it. So either you leave me the fuck alone or you get the fuck out. Or matter of fact, get the fuck out, period.
Oh
Get
yeah,
out.
I've been there. I've been there a few times.
Yeah, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. I never had a woman, man, try to throw me on them, throw themselves on me like that. I never had a woman that tried that. But now I have Damn, Hugger P said the baby is a new STD. You know what? I feel him on that.
Guys,
When I
want to
was when I
say
was
this. One thing I want to say is that, yeah, yeah. Well, one thing I want to say is this, guys. Many of these men who these females get with, they're really thugs. With these thugs, they get all the sex they want. They get all the sex in the world, and
Mm-hmm.
they're the ones who get the attention the
Mm-hmm.
most. But for decent
Right.
like you, Chris, the guys who are decent, they don't get any from attention.
Oh no, man. Oh no, no.
I did okay.
Um,
I just pretended to be a shithead like a lot, and it worked.
hmm.
Right.
But
Go ahead, redemption, go ahead.
you know
See.
what? Probably one of the craziest situations I ever got into growing up when I was senior year of high school. There were these two girls. Their names were
Who is Zach
Samantha.
Ramon? Who is Zach Ramon?
Hmm?
My name's Zach Ramon in my chat. Who
Oh,
is that? Zach Ramon.
huh. I don't know. Just somebody who came in.
Yeah. Well,
Hi,
he
Zach
more than
Ramon.
rapper. Long he ain't no troll. Long he ain't no troll.
That's right. Um, so there were these two girls, Jackie and Samantha, and the two of them were really good friends, and I guess the two of them for I can't imagine why because I'm such a shithead, but the two of them had developed a liking to me, and then the two of them started fighting over me, and I hadn't gotten involved with either of them. Um, Samantha was a bit of a blonde ditz, and Jackie was a little bit more practical person. So I sat Jackie down and I said, "What you're doing is not cool. Don't do it anymore." Samantha, I had some other plans for. I was driving her home from school one day. We were just driving, and I
Mm.
said, "Take off your pants." She went, "What?" I said, "Take off your pants." So she did, and I went, "The panties too." So she did, and I looked at her and I went, "Now put them back on." And so she put them back on, and I went, "Doing what you're doing to your friend is not cool. Don't do it anymore."
Right.
And then I dropped her off at home, and that was the end of that.
Look, let me ask y'all something, and the people in the chat too. Check this out. You got some women when you come in and they tell you pull your pants down because they want to smell you. I never had nobody
What?
do me like that. I never had nobody do me like that, but you got a
What?
lot of
What?
women.
To what? To
Yeah,
see if you fuck somebody else?
yes, yes. And I guess a woman intuition they can tell if you have. But when have a man or can a man actually tell a woman to pull her pants down? Can he smell her odor that she been fucking? I wonder that. I wonder.
You wouldn't be able to tell anyway. But you know what? If some woman said that to me, I'd say, yeah, you know what? I guess I better confess. I just got home from your best friend's house. I tapped that shit just to rile them up, you know?
Cause you know what? Cause hey look. Cause you know the thing is, if I've been working, yeah,
I just read what Huggy read,
I
said.
did too. I did too. So here's my thing. If you know the type of job that I do, and you know the type of job that I do, I'm gonna be sweaty. Of course, I'm gonna have an odor down there. Why you wanna smell my nuts? I'm gonna have an odor. Leave me alone. Let me get in the shower.
I just got a horrible visual of me just planting my dick right on her forehead just cause.
Little Chazzy said Stephen
So,
Febreze, dude.
so, so,
Oh boy.
guys,
Oh, this
for me,
good,
guys,
Paul.
for me, guys, what I would say is this: if I come home from a long day at work, One, for me, if I'm gonna get in bed with a female, one, I got to take a shower first. The first thing I need to do.
Yes, indeed,
It ain't no,
indeed.
I'm not gonna let her pressure me into taking off my clothes, and I know I'm sweaty and I'm all that stuff. Nope, nope, nope. I'll tell her up front. No, I can't get into no
Exactly.
relationship with you right now, sir. I can't get no sex with you right now. I need to freshen up myself. I need to
The
eliminate the
swamp
odor
ass
from
meal.
myself. You know.
What's the name of that comedian? He said she washed her vagina with a dirtier vagina. Who is it? Dane Cook. That was his name.
Hey guys, I'm finna put the link so y'all can come on the panel. But Paul, since this is your session, brother, if you got any last words right now, you got any message you want to send out as far as it goes, send it out. Or is it even possible now because we still pretty much on subject, you know? Uh, do you have anything you want to say last
Well,
right now, or or just let the show
yeah,
ride
yeah.
to the end?
Well, what I can say is this. Guys, just be careful out there, guys. For the females of Soto Nation, make sure that you're not like these whores today. Make sure you're not like these gold diggers today.
Wrap
Make
it
sure
up.
you maintain decency and understand that the laws are in favor of you, but try to work with the men, try to work with your partner, and try to be compassionate to him because he's gonna need your help, he's gonna need your support. So females of Solo Nation, Chastity, Celine, other women who are decent, I salute you because you make me proud. So
Yes,
that's
they
pretty
do.
much what I want to say.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, brother. And it would be nice that if we had more black females of that caliber, But by me saying that,
Mhm.
of course, they gonna say I'm a black woman. Hey, that ain't nowhere near what I'm saying. If we could have a lot more black women that's like Celine and Chastity, who are supportive the way they are, I'm telling you, brother, this would be a better place. The world would be a better place. These two
Exactly.
women saw what we was doing. These two women saw how I was hosting the show. And guess what they did? They bring attention to us, brother. They bring an attention to us. And I think that was a damn good thing. When they didn't even have to do it. They didn't even have to do it. But Celine came in saying she liked how things going. She went and got Chastity, and they both started bringing folks over. They both started bringing folks over. How cool is that, brother?
Exactly, brother.
How
It's
cool is
very
that, brother?
cool. Very, I
How
can see
cool?
why Tommy loves them very much.
That's what I said.
I can
I
see
see
why
why.
Tommy loves them
Yeah,
very much.
those two girls is Tom and Hart, and I see why. And I see why.
Yep,
I see why.
yep, exactly.
Oh my god.
So Chaz and Celine, I can't thank y'all enough. Paul, Celine trying to give me this private group y'all got. She said she having problems getting me in, so she said she gonna try to get Chastity to do it. So hopefully Chastity get time. She can give me this group that she's talking about. And Celine's gonna tell me how to connect my YouTube account to my Twitter. And so when I start going live, folks who is
Yeah.
following me, can start getting on the panel and they can start dumping people in my tweets or whatnot. You know,
Mm,
thank you, Chad. She's so sweet. She said, Chris, yes, I will. Um,
mm,
Paul, my brother, how to go Sabrina?
yep.
There goes Sabrina. Hold on, brother. Hold on.
All right. Okay.
Uh, dang, what the hell I finna say? What was I finna say? I lost my goddamn train of thought. Uh, shit, I lost my train of thought,
Yeah.
man. I just got the message on the Hangouts. You know,
So,
your girl Sabrina just hit me up and asked her to come watch the show. So hopefully she can come at least watch the show. And I might finna send her a link so she can at least
oh,
come watch the show.
okay.
Hold on, brother. I'm trying to say something, man. It must not have been important. It must not have been
Uh,
important. They say we lose your mind like that. It must not be important. My grandma used to say that to me all the time. It must not have been important. Uh, I,
yep.
I think it was something I was finna say to Chastity uh, and Celine. I think I was finna say, once they get me all set up, they can start bringing folks in. You know what I'm saying? Following each other. Uh, following me. Then they can start coming on the panel and whatnot. I actually talked to Yiz last night. Even Yiz said, brother, you got my support, man. He said, anything you need me to do, I do it. Now, Ye is one of the top dogs in Soto Nation. So him saying that, man,
Yep.
that's a
He
pretty
is.
good damn thing, even for him to say that. You know.
Yep. He is.
Uh so brother, we doing it, man. This is good, brother. This is good. Like you told me, Paul, you say it's gonna take some time, brother, and patience is a virtue. And here we are. We getting noticed. People in the chat. And Chastity, right? She
I
said it'll be
agree.
easier. She said it'll be easier when Sling gets back from vacation. She right. She said she's right. She's right. So I'm not gonna push it right now. I'm liking the audience that we got now because, as I always say, they could be doing something else, but they chose to come listen to us, brother. They chose to come
Exactly,
listen to us.
brother.
They chose to come listen to you
That's
because this is
special.
your session. This is your session. But okay, she said send her the link. Come on down.
Join.
So
Ask her. Come join the
yeah,
hangouts.
she finna come watch. She finna watch. Hold on.
Yeah. How would you?
Okay. But anyway, Chassis, as always, thank you, dear. You do kick ass. You do kick ass.
Mm.
You do kick ass. Uh, Huggy P. Huggy P. Can you hear me?
Hobby P is in the chat.
Chat, yeah.
Oh,
He in the chat. I'm trying to wait till you respond
how
though.
much people are watching us?
Yeah. We got 6 people watching us. Hey, Huggy P
That's
said, yeah,
nice.
Huggy P. Huggy P. For real. You know what I'm talking about. Man, that man be killing me, man. He said, we ought to do a segment imitating some people. And I think I'm gonna do that one day, man. I'm gonna do a show, man. Me and him just imitating people, man. And that shit's gonna be funny, brother.
Mm.
It's gonna be funny. Paul Chasson said, "Where you live? You in Jamaica, right?"
I'm in Jamaica.
Yeah. All right, people. For those of you in the chat
Do I want to see the
room,
Iraq lobster, or is it a trap? It's a trap, isn't it?
I don't think you are. I don't think you are. I don't think you are. if he doing what I think he is, it's gonna be funny.
I'm
So,
Huggy's
doing
gonna
the
join
urban
us.
wiki now.
oh, he probably to show you the Family Guy skit where he got that from.
Okay, I see, I see.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the photo now.
Yeah, death to America and butter sauce. Don't bore me, cause I'm alive. It's rock lobster. That's my shit, man. Rock lobster. And how we did that is because
Mm.
oh
Well, guys, I love the show, brother. This is a nice show. And who else is gonna join us? Huggy?
yeah, let me put this up here now. I sent Sabrina the wrong link. But here's the link for y'all to get on the panel, brothers. Here's the link for y'all to get on the panel.
Is Chastity gonna join us?
Now, Chastity, I think she said she got trolls. That's why she'll never get on the panel because she got people that she got trolls. So
Oh,
you know,
okay.
I see what she getting at. I see what she getting at on that. And I guess in a sense she don't want to bring the trolls over here. So you know, I get that.
Hey, Huggy. Hey,
Hey,
Huggy, you good?
what's going on? I'm good. I'm good.
There you
Hey,
go.
Huggy, you good? How you doing?
Huggy P?
Oh
Y'all
yeah.
know where I'm at. Y'all know where I'm at. This dog. So.
Yeah.
It's dark.
Oh, she did join.
Yeah,
Oh, hey,
Chastity.
Chastity.
Wow, she joined.
Wait, I gotta.
Chastity.
Chastity?
How do I take this thing off?
Hit your
Oh,
camera. Tap your screen.
Chastity. Um, yes,
This
your
is
camera is
awesome.
on.
This is awesome.
Oh,
This,
man.
Can't
This is
beat
awesome, guys.
this is awesome, brother. This is awesome.
Okay, there it is.
How you doing, Chaz? Thank you so much,
I'm
dear.
good. I'm
How doing,
packing.
Chastity?
How you doing, Paul?
She's a Mountaineers
Hey,
fan.
hey, Chastity. How you doing?
Nope, that's
I'm so
McNeese.
happy to hear from you. So happy to
Uh,
hear from you
so
today.
Chaz, if you don't mind me asking, dear, if you could add a little mustard to what me and Paul was talking about, do you have any input? There goes Sabrina, Paul. She in here. Do you have any input you want to put on what we said?
Oh, have her
Everybody
join.
say hey to Sabrina.
Have her join.
on marriage?
Hello to Sabrina.
Yeah,
Yeah, the chat room.
yeah, or whatever you want to put in on a conversation me and him was having before everybody came in.
Well, it's hard for me to say because I've been married for 21 years, but my husband also works in the Gulf of Mexico, so he's not here
Oh,
half the year. Otherwise, it might not be 21 years.
hmm,
You know, we have
okay,
that time to actually miss each other 2 weeks out the month.
uh-huh,
And I have my peace and quiet, and then he has his because, well, his job's not, he has his time out there.
It works really
okay,
well for some couples.
It does, a lot. Because when he takes vacation, he only works 3 months out the year. That's a whole different thing.
okay,
You
okay,
know, but seeing like, I don't know, my dad's on his second marriage with my stepmom. They've been together for 20 years. There ain't no love there.
hmm,
She's there for the wrong reasons, and he don't have the heart to tell her to go.
hmm, hmm.
So it's kind of hard, you know. And then my sister just got married in April, and they wanted to divorce last month.
Damn.
See, Paul?
For
See
real?
what I'm saying,
Oh
Paul? You see what
my
I'm saying?
God.
You see what I'm
You
Yeah,
saying?
know,
I hear you,
so
Chris.
the night of the
Yep,
wedding,
I hear you. I hear you.
they didn't even stay together in the same hotel room. They were screaming at each other and
Oh
stayed in
my.
2 different rooms.
Jesus.
Oh.
Wow, married? Really?
You know,
Jeez.
because she don't shut up,
Jesus.
and she's young.
No wonder. Okay. No wonder.
How
So,
young?
Sleep,
How
Sleep,
very,
tell me
very,
this.
very young?
Tell me this. Why?
She just made 20.
So,
My, that's
Too
Steve,
old to
young.
drink yet.
Chastity,
Yes, wait, Chris.
in your opinion, Chastity, tell me this. Why do we get married and it doesn't last long like it is back in the days? I love when I hear other couples say they've been married for like 20 or 40 or 50 years. It brings warmth to my heart. What is going on in the 2000s that people get married and they can't stay married? Is it something in the pool? Is it something in the air? Or what's going on? Tell me your thoughts. What you think going on?
I think it has more to do with the women wanting more than what they need. Because most men are working and most women are home.
Mhm.
But yet they still want more and more and more and more. Well, he's already doing what he can, but you're not.
Mhm. Mhm. Check that now. Let me say this to you. I want you to tell me how you feel about this. I do care for people who's handicapped and intellectual disabled. And one of the guys who I worked with was bedridden. He was a real heavy set guy. He was bedridden. He was white, and of course his daughter was white. Not a bad looking chick. She said something to me that I never really heard a white woman say before. She says she don't mind a man staying at home while she gonna work, as long as he keeping the house clean and stuff. I said, "Are you serious? Really?
Give me
What do
her.
you feel about a man staying at home and you working? How do you feel about that?"
I've never seen it, so I'm not sure. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't work. Everything I do is voluntary.
Mhm.
And it keeps me going a lot of times. But we have different things, so, and that's how everybody else here is too. So I've never actually seen,
Hey, there go my guy Steven.
so to say, how they call that, a house bitch. I've never seen that before. So I don't know. I mean, I guess if it works for some people, but I don't know. In my experiences, most men feel better when they're the ones, doing what they need to do, not
Yeah.
cleaning house.
Right, listen to Chad come here talking on the panel, man. This is so
Shit.
fucking cool, man. I'm glad I
Yeah.
took
I
Steven advice. I'm glad I
I
took
think
Steven advice.
I think it's a complete setup for a man to attempt to do something like that. Because I mean, like I said, if you're literally giving the woman now all of the power. You know what I mean? And when it comes time for her to say, "Okay, goodbye, my man," you know what I mean? There's literally shit that you could do.
Guys,
Exactly.
yeah, guys. One thing I want to say is this, guys. I want to toss this out here. I don't know if you guys heard this story. What I saw it on Facebook, I think, no, Twitter. Of this man who was abused when young, and now when he is now an adult, and he is getting compensated for his abuse when young. He got I think it was up to 300,000 US dollars, but his ex-wife trying to fight for a portion of that money.
That's what happens when
um,
you get
Look at how
married.
messed up.
hey,
Like,
hold
Exactly.
on, brother. Hold on, brother.
Look at how
Hold on,
messed
brother.
up that is. Wait.
Steven, is David Kelly still up? Cause I know you mentioned his name a few minutes ago. Is he still up?
yeah, he's still up. Let me see if
Share
he'll
the
come
link
in.
with him. I
There's
guess
something
he's
going on in the
listening behind the
background.
scenes. I guess he's
Do
saying
what?
something.
There's something going on in the background. What's that?
Oh, he said he'd stay at home, Dad, for now. That's what he's saying. Okay. Got you.
Hold on.
I understand. Here's my thing. I don't think it's too much of a problem when the man go work and the woman stays home, because I think that's something that's common in the world today. Me, on the other hand, I'm like this, if you ain't pregnant, you ain't sick, hey, get your ass up and go work. That's how I think. Because I guess I'm not the
Same
one
here.
who, I don't want to be the one sitting up here doing everything. I'm like this, if you are able, if you are able to work, then let's come together. I feel half of the jar, you feel the other half. Let's make it full together. Or if you can't do it half and half, meet me halfway. I can even do that. Meet me halfway. But I can't just sit up here and go to work while you sitting at home watching Days of Our Lives, eating on ice cream sandwiches and shit. I can't do that, man. Get your ass up. You gotta get up and work. You gotta get up and work too.
What I would do,
How
guys?
about what?
What I would do, guys? What I
How
would do,
about what?
guys, is this.
How about what Victor?
What I would
Tell
do,
me what
guys,
Victor
is
did on the story. Tell me what Victor
Marriage,
did.
I believe marriage is an obsolete a business venture. Meaning, back in the day, marriage used to be the man went to work, the woman stayed home taking care of the kids. System and society allowed that to be possible, but with today's society and systems and the way things are ran, marriage is almost like setting yourself up. Unless the two people have an agreement, and even at that point, you're still at the whim of whether or not, at the end of the day, you know, if the woman decides to leave you, you know what I mean, you're losing your assets, and that's pretty much what it is. So I think,
yeah. For me, guys,
Steve, I mean, hold on, pause.
yeah.
Wait. Redemption said he wanted to say something. Go ahead, brother.
You guys
Good.
ready to have your mind blown slightly?
Go ahead.
All right. So somebody was saying something earlier about a house bitch. I'm gonna hop in here. Right? I'm gonna dispel a couple of fucking myths real quick. All right. So I'm a stay-at-home dad. Would any of you consider me to be a house bitch?
Nope. Do you have a bitch to go along with that house, or is it just you?
do you play Madden all day?
No, hell no.
Oh,
So for a long time, my girl and I both were working, but it just got to a point where it wasn't very feasible with the kids,
Exactly.
and getting the kids off to school. And we sat down and went over the finances, and we figured out who had the most earning potential. And because she has a master's degree, she has the most earning potential. So we decided that it was best for the time being for me to take care of the kids and for her to go earn the money. But I'll tell you what, in my house, I run the shots regardless of who goes to work.
Exactly. Now in that
Well, yeah,
instance,
that's different too. That's a family situation.
exactly. In that
Not
instance, it's
right.
completely different. It's not a man just seeking a woman so he can sit around all day.
hey, do anyone of y'all still got the link? David Kelly said, send him the link. Do anyone of y'all got the link? I think he want to get on the panel.
Let me scroll down and see
Yeah.
if I can find it.
But like I was saying, I think marriage, unless like not old couples saying in age, but I mean old as in like they've been together for multiple years. Like for instance, my parents. My parents were married for 30 plus years. The reason why they split up at the end of the day was literally my father told me. He said I just wasn't happy anymore. You know what I mean? It's not that I don't love your mother anymore. It's not that I don't love, the children anymore. It's that at the end of the day, when you get to a certain age, you just have to be truly happy. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
mixing emotions with finances never works out. So like from my point of view, yes, when you got married back in the old days, back in the 80s and even the early 90s, you know what I mean, there was a difference in the financial structure. Today, I would highly go against getting married. And the reasoning being is pretty much just for that. You know what I mean? You only have to be married for what, a year before you get obligations to the other person's assets.
Well, Steve, let me answer this, brother. Let me answer this because I noticed something you just said. You said your daddy said he just. Oh, you said it was your mom said it or your dad said he just got tired. Which one of them said that?
My dad said that, but the reasoning being is what life strifes and struggles. My dad had lost his job after being there for 25 years, and he's the kind of man that wasn't going to just accept any kind of job. You know what I mean? He has enough experience and knowledge to either get a job, to where he was or above that. So, my mother, she would do things like when he woke up in the morning to go use the bathroom, she would make the bed. You know what I mean? That way he couldn't go back and lay down. Um, Now that he wasn't working, even though he worked all his life and she was the stay-at-home mom, once he got laid off, she got a little mediocre job, and he was still getting paid off of, his pension and all, savings and stuff like that. But she started saying, okay, well, you can't take the car to just do anything, because I paid the bills, you have to do this and you have to do that. So she pretty much just kind of like became this controlling tyrant, and like I said, just like the little things that she was doing was more demeaning to him and degrading than anything. And even if it was her intentions, on attempting to push him in the right direction, she didn't understand that this man dedicated his whole life and gave up pretty much everything, worked nonstop, to take care of everything, and when the shoe was on the other foot, the same care wasn't given.
That's crazy, dude.
So,
That is
so
crazy.
let me ask you this, brother. Let me ask you this, brother. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong, because I never believed in that you be with somebody so long, and you ask me, what happened with your relationship. They say, we just grew apart. What the fuck does that mean? We grew apart? Kind of like this. I didn't give you so many years of my life just to say we split up because we grew apart. Give me a fucking why we split up. What the fuck is this grow apart shit? What we going apart from? If I gave you 18 years of my life, then I pretty much damn near know you. You pretty much damn near know me. So what are we going apart from? Somebody explain it to me.
I haven't been married yet, but I would say the average human being. I'm just saying that the average human being changes in personality and things that they do and like about every 7 years. So if you're with somebody for an span of time, over that, double, tripled, whatever, you've gone past the acceptance. You just accept what the other person is doing and what the other person likes, rather than truly being in one with each other. It's more of a.
That's how you end up with shit like the 10-year itch. You ever heard of that?
Exactly. It's more of the familiar than anything, So it's kind of, at the end of the day, yes, you can grow apart from somebody. I believe there's such thing as knowing too much about somebody. You know what I mean? So I think people still kind of they don't separate themselves once they're in a relationship for that long. They kind of become a one person, and that kind of might direct somebody to want to do their own thing, become their own person again.
Especially if one of the people.
Hold on just a minute, brother. Sabrina just said something that caught my attention, and let me say this, and I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about this. She says, damn, excuse me. She said, damn, the boy almost down my throat.
You got some whores in your throat?
The whores got a hold of my throat, man. The whores. But anyway, she said,
they gotta shave, man.
Right.
Man.
Hey, cut that shit out. She said sometimes you fall out of love and you stay in a relationship just because it's comfortable. I think I can see that. What y'all think about that? Redemption, you was talking, so you respond to that.
Oh, well, it's different. My ex-wife was an idiot, so.
That's why I fuck with
her. She had roughly the IQ of a brick, but
she wasn't that sharp around the edges, though, right?
like a worn down brick.
Hey, hold on. Hey, look. Hold on. We haven't shout out David Kelly yet, man. He on the panel. How you doing, my guy?
I'm good. What about you?
Hey, everything is everything, brother. I'm surprised you up, man. I'm surprised you up, brother.
I don't have my early class tomorrow, so I can be up a little bit more.
DK, do you see who on the panel with us? Chastity, you see who on the panel with us?
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, how cool is that, brother?
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, Redemption. Go ahead. Was you talking or was Steven talking? Who was talking?
Where was I? Oh yeah, my ex was an idiot. But you know what? It happens. It does happen though. I mean, I've seen it happen with other couples who've been together for a real long time, and you notice it because you start seeing things like they take separate vacations and separate from one another. You know, so there's shit like that goes on, and a lot of fighting, and they quietly let you know that they're not happy. You just sort of notice. So I have seen it happen, but it hasn't.
You start getting burnt pancakes for breakfast.
Right.
Or no breakfast.
Anymore.
No butter on the pancakes, hell.
That's cold. See, I wouldn't know, man. Food just sort of shows up on a plate in front of me here, you know?
Sabrina, you are absolutely right, dear. Dating in this time is hard as hell because no, people don't take it seriously.
Well, people misconstrue dating and being in relationships. There's a difference between dating and courting. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where people are confusing it. People say, okay, well, I'm dating, or this is my boyfriend or girlfriend, just so they can have the excuse of having sex with multiple people within the year. You know
And
what I mean?
there's also a difference between dating and getting laid too.
Exactly. Here's my thing, guys. Me nowadays, you got to be careful who you let close to you. You got to be cautious, period. Whether it's a legally bear, or anybody, you got to be careful because people nowadays are not trying to get close to you to be an asset. They're trying to get close to you to see what you got and see can they come take it from you. I've seen it too many times, and I've had it happen to me a few times. You got to be cautious who you let in your life.
Yep.
You got some people who play the con artist so well, they be doing it so long that they can easily take from you and you don't even know it because they got their con artist game in.
That's why you find somebody who's similar in worth to you.
Right.
And that is so damn difficult, though.
Oh yeah.
That is so difficult.
It's not even just the financial aspect, but the mental process as well.
Exactly.
That's where you gotta be. That's where you gotta be secure enough in your own skin where you don't mind being alone.
Right.
Yep. But I also believe that most people mess up because they're looking for a partner that has pretty much the same interests as them. I think that if you get with somebody that has completely opposite than what you like and what you want to do, that will be a good relationship because then you learn to like something different. But if you guys both like the same shit, eventually you're just going to get tired of hanging out with each other because you're only doing the same shit.
Right.
The one thing I learned, guys, one thing I know, guys, is this. One thing I learned, guys, is a female when a female and a guy get together, what's the objective of each person? And the guy's
They have
objective
sex.
is to get some sex from the female without giving up no money. Meanwhile, the female's objective is to get some money from the guy without giving up no sex. This is a game that men and women are playing these days, and we're not trying to build anything.
Hold on, brother. Redemption, are you looking at the chat? Because Sabrina is saying some good stuff in the chat. Are you looking at the chat?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, Sabrina, with all that you're saying here, would you like to come on the panel and talk? I promise you. Everybody here is good, dear. You get no judgment. There's no such thing as no stupid response here.
Yeah, why you go on that? Like one example I would.
Come in. You want to come on the panel, dear?
One example I would give is
she needs to come on the panel.
She does, yeah.
She's talking a lot of sense in the chat. She's talking a lot of sense. She is. Redemption, if you got the link for her to get on the panel, put it in the chat for me, brother. Let her come on in.
Sure.
Yeah.
Tell her don't be shy.
Off of what Paul said, how men try to get vagina without having to pay for anything, and women kind of do the opposite. one example I always give is
Yep, yep.
a man takes a woman out. Man takes a woman out at 6:30 to go to dinner. Enjoys dinner, pays about $200, whatever. Drops her off at home. She calls the next guy. It's about 9 o'clock now. He takes her to the movies. You know, they have a good time, whatever. He drops her off at home. It's now 11:30. She calls up Tyrone. Tyrone comes over and gives her the dick for free. And then after that, it's 2 o'clock in the morning now. He leaves. You know, she randomly texts the very first guy, "Hey, just thinking about you. About to go to sleep. Can't wait to see you tomorrow." Yeah. So for men, the obligation is that yes, we have to pay for that first date. We have to show as much interest as possible without showing interest in her vagina, while she still gets to do whatever she wants, pretty much. You know what I mean? I can only talk to one woman at a given time, but a woman can have as many men, on the line as she wants, because
Guys, guys,
she's just talking to them rather than it
I
being the other way.
I agree with what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. Many of these women who complain about men being unfaithful, I can tell you this: many of those women, they are unfaithful themselves. They have 3 or 4 boyfriends right behind the guy's back. Tell me if I'm lying.
Yep. But a lot of
Yeah.
women use dating as an excuse to say, okay, well, I'm not with anybody in a serious relationship, so it doesn't matter who I'm just talking to, But if you told the woman as a man, hey, I'm talking to you, but I'm also talking to 3 other girls that I might potentially date as well, she's gonna look at you like you just slapped her in the face. You know what I mean? Like you're cheating, and you guys aren't together. But
Right.
your focus is supposed to be 100% on her, while her focus can only be 25% on you.
Hey, hold on, Steve. Check this out. Huggy P
I'm trying to
said,
see what Huggy is written on
yeah,
there.
he said, dating is okay.
Yeah.
Relationships are. Move back
Overrated.
some, Huggy. Move back some. Hold it back some.
Overrated. Overrated.
Relationships overrated. Marriage is a
Damn.
scam. Friends with benefits. I can't see what it said at the bottom. Priceless.
Jacking
Y'all
off,
carry on.
priceless.
That's my opinion. I'm just gonna listen to y'all. Go ahead.
Turn my shit up. Oh, oh boy. He said he's thinking about sex now. That was different. He's
That was my.
thinking about sex now.
That was the ghost of Llewellyn just came out of me. It was the stars of the constellation that just made me write that down.
It was like poetry to my
Nice,
ears.
nice, okay. Nice.
Paul, brother, this has been a good real talk, man. Who would think it turned out to be this, brother? You started something huge, man. And
Yeah.
everybody in the chat, I'm gonna tweet this. I'm gonna get Chaz to tweet it for me. I want y'all to hear the knowledge that this brother was kicking on marriage and relationships. And he found some very key points in what he was saying, and I agree with pretty much majority of everything he was saying. And Paul, again, man, glad you came up with this session. It's been a good session. And anybody else, man, y'all see how good it's going. If y'all want to do a real talk with me, y'all just holler at me. It's all good.
Dude,
It's
Chris,
all good. We got.
Chris,
Paul, let me
don't
ask
really
you.
talk with T if she's interested.
Say what, Paul?
Wait,
Date is. What you say, Paul?
do a real talk with Chastity if she's interested.
Oh, what's up, Paul? Wait, let me lower Tommy.
Let's go, Bree. Hey, boo.
Okay, y'all there?
Hey, Bree.
Oh,
Hey,
hey,
y'all, I'm
Bree.
here.
Hey.
Hey,
How you
Hey.
how are
Hey,
doing?
hey,
y'all?
hey.
How you doing, honey bun?
I'm doing good. How are all y'all?
Hi, Bree.
We doing great. You was kicking knowledge in the chat, so why not get on the panel with us? And if you don't want the
Dude,
Yeah,
camera on,
Chris,
just tap your phone.
Chris,
Just tap your phone, hit the
Chris,
camera.
I did a 2 hour
I'm trying to figure it
Skype
all
chat with her, and
out.
she's all over.
If you on the touch
I was
Yeah,
doing
screen,
a 2 hour Skype
just
chat with
tap your
her.
screen and hit the camera.
all right. It's dark in my house right now. It's too late. Anyhow, so how have y'all been?
The
If you
dark
got a lot of,
side.
if you got a lot of your phone, just tap the phone. You have light on.
No, I got all
To the
y'all.
dark side.
Okay.
Tommy needs to.
My bad,
Chastity.
Paul. Paul,
Chastity.
you were saying.
What?
I know Tommy will listen to you. Tell him he need to do a dark side like video. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah,
A
it
With
was.
what?
the with
It
the
was the
hoodie, what
dark
he did
side.
with the hoodie on. He's like,
Oh.
welcome to the dark. You need to do that shit again. That shit was hilarious.
Nah, but he said, man, that stuff put a strain on their voice when you do it, though.
Oh, it do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it put
he's
a
been
strain
having
on their
throat
voice.
issues for about 6 months.
Hey, but hold on,
Oh man.
y'all. Paul was saying something, man. Let's give him the flow back. He was saying something. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, Chris. I was suggesting that you do a Skype chat with sorry, a one-on-one with Chastity on Google Hangouts.
Do a one-on-one with Chastity.
Yeah,
That what
yeah.
you said?
A real talk. Yeah, yeah, a real talk.
Can
Well,
we like
that's
do it
up.
on here or do I have to do it on Skype?
Well,
That
Well,
that's
Skype
up.
Paul's
or Google
want
Hangouts.
Paul's
No,
wanting
well,
to talk
I
Skype
would
one
rather,
night for like almost 3 hours.
yeah, I would rather do it here because I don't know how to live stream from Skype right now. You know, Redemption been trying to show me, but it's not showing up in the system I'm trying to use. So right now we could do it from here, but that's totally up to you. You know, if you got a topic you want to talk about, you know, hey, we could do it. You know, if I can put some input on it, I will. You know, that's up to her, Paul. That's up to her.
Yeah,
Remember, she
I'm
the one
all.
made all this happen. She the one made all this happen. So that's up to her. That's up to her.
Yeah, I'm good just as long as it's not Friday, Saturday, or Friday or Saturday.
Okay,
I
well,
Wait,
it won't be good then.
wait,
It won't
do
be
you,
good.
do you have Skype Chastity?
Yeah, y'all won't
Just
hear me
Skype?
because I'm gonna be in the boot.
Uh,
Well, Chaz, we'll
Chris,
set it
hey,
up one
Chris,
day. We'll set it up one day. We'll set it up.
me, you want Chastity. Me, you want Chastity.
see.
No, but
I have a question for everybody.
hold on, Steve. Hold on, Steve. Now I tell
Wait,
you who
wait.
I do want to do one with. I tell you who I do want to do one with. Since we got on the panel, I won't mind doing a one-on-one with Bree.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
I won't
Yeah,
mind doing
true,
one
true,
with her.
true.
So I would get
Yeah.
with her, and me and her could do a one-on-one. But I know we gotta get Huggy P. I gotta get him a one-on-one. I gotta get a one-on-one with him. You know, that's gonna be hilarious. That's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't
Yeah.
Paul
want
and
to
I
come to the
talked for
dark
a while.
side.
Say what, Bree?
Paul,
Yeah,
Give in to your
yeah,
Paul
feelings.
and I
Chris,
talked for like 2 hours on Skype one night
Oh,
doing an
Skype is
interview.
fun. Skype is
Yeah,
fun.
we
we
got we
talked
gotta
about all
do
kinds of
we gotta do
conversations.
one with Llewellyn when that strike come off my channel. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about, Chris?
Well, here's my thing about it, man. You know, I really don't have a problem with the brother. I don't have no problem with him, but my thing is this: I'm not gonna
Fuck
make this decision.
Llewellyn.
I'm not gonna make.
I
I'm
got a
not gonna.
problem with
I'm not gonna make the decision and bring him on the show without letting y'all know or talking to y'all about it. You know, so
right.
if you got the two,
Now, now,
if you
now,
got
I'm,
two.
I'm gonna say I'll be Llewellyn. You know,
Oh, that's what you said. I think you already did.
yeah.
I think you already did it.
Now we haven't did a one-on-one though.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on, man.
yeah. You know, that's why I said you knew what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't think I want no part of it. 'Cause I can't
I
stop
got
Yeah.
laughing.
5 more days for that
I was,
strike come off
I
my
was ready
account
to
though.
start laughing.
Huggy, you got a strike because of him?
Yeah,
Yep.
I did the parody video with his logo, and he striked my channel because he said it was his copyrighted photo.
Oh,
He
Wow.
that can
still sends
suck.
me invites.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Who's getting in
So
their
he
car?
got 5 more days. Oh, that's me. That's me. I'm sorry. Let me
Oh,
plug my
okay.
seatbelt on. My
My
bad.
man DJ back.
Huggy's always in his
Yeah.
car.
Now we can I had a question for the women on the panel.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Go
What's
ahead.
that?
Um, would you guys be in
Hey, who ain't
agreement
got that
if
TV
there
on?
was
Turn that TV
a
on.
form
Turn that
of
TV on.
paperwork that men and women had to sign prior to engaging in sexual activity that would financially release the man from like having to pay child support or anything of that nature if he didn't want to have a child?
I think Sweden got that law, right?
Okay.
Wow,
Wait,
wow.
I
Sweden
just
has
got
that
a
law.
visual of a guy walking down the road handing papers to chicks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sweden
I
has that
got,
law already.
Well,
I think
what I
that's
mean, let me further it a little bit. So, say I got with I was going to have sex with a woman, and I let her know, hey, if you got pregnant, I don't want you to have my child. Sign this
yeah.
piece of paper, this contract saying that if you did get pregnant, you can't have my child. You would not be able to have my child.
You mean
Well,
that she would have to have an abortion?
Whatever course of remedies she would have to take to not have your child.
In Sweden, the country of Sweden, they have a thing where the woman can have a child and the man can opt out of being a parent within 6 months of the child being born.
well, they have that
That
law also in in the United States.
Really?
rare.
that,
I need
A
to
that
go
was
lot of
live
already
there.
fathers
Even
don't.
there.
that's something that already exists.
I
Yes,
need to go live there. Where at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of fathers don't know about that, but there is a law to opt out in the United States to not have anything to do with the child and sign your rights fully over to the mother. And that means no child support, no nothing. And you can't
Okay,
come back into the
Where?
child's life 14 years later. It's all over the
exactly.
United States.
The
Yeah.
reason why I
Just
asked the
don't
You mean
sign
question
your
every
rights
state?
away to the state because they have the right to
exactly.
come
No,
back.
you have to
Okay.
sign it to the mother. You have to sign all your rights over to the mother, and you're done
But
with
she
it.
can't be a bitch though because she has to agree.
No, she has
Oh
to
well,
agree to
that's
it,
something
and
that don't always happen though.
Yes,
most
but
females ain't gonna agree to that. But
yeah.
my picture on it is it takes two to make that baby, so it takes two to make that decision because
No,
it's not just the
exactly.
woman's decision to say, okay, well, you knock me up, I'm going to have that child. The man has a say so in it.
And
I mean,
that's why I
Do you
asked the
they
guys
question.
do.
do you
They
guys
do have
think
a
that
say so.
do you guys think that it's that the current state of the situation where a woman, by virtue of having control over her body, also has control over a vast majority of a man's life if there happens to be a problem, such as birth control didn't work, condom broke, or
I'll be right back,
whatever.
guys. That's it. I'll be back.
And that's
Do you guys feel that that's okay, or
Well, technically, I got pregnant on birth control, so
Yeah,
my
Oh
me
doctor
wow.
too.
told me,
Oh wow.
my doctor straight told me not to take birth control because it makes me fertile.
no? But
I can
I
go.
mean, from a moral standpoint, do you feel that it's acceptable that the woman has so much say over a man's future?
that you can have an
No,
abortion if you want your summer body to be right still, but if the man told you I didn't want to have a baby and you're like, well, fuck it, I'm having this child, and now you're gonna pay child support.
no, it's not right.
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
it's definitely a problem in my
It's
eyes.
not right, and that's why we have so many children out here growing up without daddies and good home structure and
Yep.
home training to teach these children, hey, this is respect for the law, respect for yourself, just human decency. That's why we got all these baby kids running around everywhere.
Yep.
They
Hmm.
got kids having kids and this, that, and the other, and it's babies raising babies, and you look at how our country's turning into. It's becoming a mess.
Well, it's kind of a bad joke, to be
Y'all hear
honest.
this lady? Y'all hear that lady talking? Y'all hear this lady talking?
Yeah. By the way, you're awesome. Just,
You
Oh,
is,
thank
you
you.
realize, you and Chastity. Y'all awesome. Y'all need to bring some more women to the panel.
I don't
Y'all
think
need to
there's a
bring some
whole
more
lot
women.
like us.
Nah,
No.
not at
no,
all.
there
It's few.
isn't.
I
I
said
brought
women.
It's
I
few and far between. You got to literally search the high waters to find the ones
exactly.
that actually
I
look at it the right way.
said
I asked the
bring women.
question because a
Yep.
girl told me she said that if she got pregnant, and she wanted to be a single mother, she would have the child. I said, yes, okay, I understand that, but if you wanted to be a single mother, why would you want to have my child when I told you I didn't want to have children rather than go, one, get artificial inseminated, or two, the easiest remedy, go find a guy that wants to have a child and have his baby.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. If you want to be a single mom, then go get
But who
inseminated.
who has that dream to become a single mother? That's
Exactly.
like that's what I want to be when I grow
I
up.
mean,
Who does that?
who surely wants to sit back and say, that's my dream, I'm going to be a single mama, because
Exactly.
it is so easy to do. It is not
Yep.
easy to raise a child. It takes a village to raise a child. I
I
mean,
told her at the
seriously.
I told her at the end day the only reason why a woman would want to be a single mother is because she knows she has 100% guaranteed help.
Yeah, she's either
Hey,
got help from
Steven.
the state or she's got that baby daddy on lockdown. And here in Louisiana, they'll actually, if the baby's father won't pay child support, he has to go sit in jail. So therefore, he's not paying child support either way. But he's losing work from a job that he could have had or could not have, but he's sitting in jail. So what good is that to the child? Nothing.
Hey,
Hey, check
Steven,
this out.
if a
Hey, look.
Yep.
woman is
Hey, look.
telling you that she wouldn't mind being a single mother, that's a
Don't
pretty
have
good
sex with.
it's a pretty good
That's
indication that you shouldn't sleep
Hey,
with her.
Yep.
DK,
And I didn't.
hey, DK said something just cool. He said something cool, and I agree with him. He said, adoption is an option. Yeah,
It's not a
adoption
very
is an
good one
option.
though.
It's
Not
an
a very good
option,
one.
but it can
The,
come back and break your heart in 20
It's
years.
it's not a
Yes,
very
it
good one.
can. And here's the sad
My
part
mom
about
was adopted.
adoptions. When you go through the adoption process, if you are a single mom and want to adopt a child, you are looked down upon because you're not a two-family parent household.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
My mom was adopted, and as I was growing up, I must have been about 11 or 12 when my mom started looking for her biological parents. And on top of that, I've heard the horror stories of the kind of shit she grew up with in the foster care system. So all I can say is that it's an option, but it's not a very good option.
Yeah. I mean, there's now open
I'm not saying
adoptions. There's all different kinds, but
I'm not
it's
saying
hard.
put the kid up for adoption. I'm saying if you want to be a single mother, why
Right.
don't
Oh,
you just
adopt
go
the kid.
adopt?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Being
I mean, there's thousands of kids that need a home. I mean,
yeah.
heck, be a foster parent. That's even a
Yeah.
wonderful job themselves because there's children that need love.
I was
But
gonna interject a little bit. I was adopted, so I went through the whole process, and I can give you guys some back knowledge on it. Adoption is a cool thing in theory, but honestly, for the child, you always feel that sense of that you don't belong, especially if
Yep.
that family that you went to has their own children.
yeah,
You're always an incomplete child. You'll always be an incomplete child.
That's what
Although
yeah,
my
I
I'm
mom
love
all
said.
I love my family 100%. They're my family, but at the end day, there's
you
still
feel
certain
like you're
things.
missing something.
Exactly. There's still certain things. So, like, for instance, my dad didn't have any. He only had girls. He didn't have boys.
Yeah.
So he says, "Oh, well, you're my son." And it's like, yes, I love being.
Hey, somebody got some feedback. Is that me?
I don't think it's me.
I'm hearing feedback. Is that me?
I have a headset. It can't be me. It might.
The only thing I have on, guys, the fan. So
I'm in the dark.
that's pretty much it.
It might be
I'm in
me.
the dark, so it ain't
But
I'm
me.
muted.
but see, here, here's my thing. Let me put this out there, and y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Of course, I don't have no kids. I'm 36 years old with no kids. But like, when you
Very
adopt a
good.
child, when you adopt
Indeed.
a child, thank you, babe. Thank you, babe. When you adopt a child and they want to know who their real parents are, or they just so happen to run into their real parents, what kind of effect in y'all opinion that it will have on a child? And I guess I'm asking in the sense, do they get confused and say, am I really supposed to be with the foster people? Or now that I know who my real folks are, that's who I want to be with? How does it
Well,
influence a child, and what kind of decision can be made, or how can the situation be handled?
well,
Because think
Uh,
about it, they gave the baby up for adoption. So is it a possibility that whatever they reason they gave up the baby for adoption, you can't come and get the baby later, can it? Don't it work like that or
uh,
something? How does it work?
Well, it
no,
once
depends on
you,
if you adopt from in-state, domestic, or if you go out the country.
yeah, because
Okay.
see, each state has its own laws. Like, once you do an adoption in Louisiana, the biological mom has up to 6 months to come back and take that baby. So for that first 6 months, you're literally on pins and needles wondering, are they going to come and take the baby from me? But after that, then they can't come and take it. But we also have a law that is open adoption to where the biological mother can choose to be a part of the child's life. Like a friend of the family or whatever, and watch the child grow up. And then once they get to a certain age, the parents tell them, hey, this was your birth mother, but she wasn't capable of taking care of you or whatever, so she gave us to you, and she's always stayed in your life to make sure you've grown up the right way.
So that would pretty
Certain
much
things
be
like that.
another form of aid for a woman if she didn't want to have her child.
Ain't that
Exactly.
a bit? I was just saying. I was just gonna say that.
Like
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. I can say from my point of view, like I said, I was adopted. Knowing my biological mother actually hindered me because I had a lot of hate in my heart for years, and that
Mhm.
kind of shaped my personality.
Mhm.
Um, I say if you're adopted or if you're a ward of the state, I believe that the state shouldn't give you any information about your biological parents.
Yeah. Well, see, they had that. That's the closed adoption. You've got the open and you got the closed, and the parent at the time can decide when they're giving it up. Hey, I don't want any. I want all records sealed. I don't want this child being
Yeah.
able to come back and find me.
And I think
And
it's a yeah, I think it's a misnomer when you say the parents. I think it should be said the mother because
Even that though isn't necessarily even a closed adoption isn't necessarily a guarantee. My mother was adopted in a closed adoption, and the doctor left the room, and my mom's adopted mother actually wrote down the biological mother's information. So
see,
many years later, when my grandma died, probably about 10 years after that, my grandfather gave my mom her diaries, and that's where that information was within my grandmother's diaries. That's actually how
see,
my mom found her biological parent. And she had a similar experience to Stephen there, where after finding her mom, it was sort of a bit of a letdown finding out the reason why she was given up for adoption,
yep.
and
I mean,
was
I've
actually
always
really
wondered
bad.
that. I've thought about it several times. If I found out I was adopted or something, how would I react to it? Because there's got to be hatred built up. Why didn't you love me enough to keep me?
And
I mean,
yeah, and that pain is real. My stepbrother, we just found out about him in the last 10 years. He's gonna be 30,
yeah.
and my stepmom didn't tell us nothing until the last 10 years from now.
And see that. Oh,
I sent him here. He was in Malaysia. He was in Singapore. I flew him here about 5 years ago, and he had seen her before but didn't know who she was.
oh
mm,
wow.
And once
dang.
he got here, like they had met before I flew him here,
Mm. And he had no clue.
and no, but his
Oh wow.
adoptive parents did. They knew exactly who he came from. But like once I flew him here, he went from having a loving family, he loved us to death, to in about a week you can see he changed like night and day.
Yeah.
I found him in the closet. He writes music. Found him in the closet. He was so upset because his life should have been so much better with us than over there.
Yeah.
Mm, mm.
And that can lead to depression and suicidal
And
thoughts or
he
worse.
is a
Oh yeah.
lost. He is lost. He is, I mean, like lost. He don't know
Yep.
what to do with his life. Nothing.
That's
I felt
Can't
that
painful.
way for
finish
many. I
nothing.
felt
He
that way for many
starts.
years.
Encourage him in his music. He can get it out in his music.
Oh well, he
Encourage
Hmm.
does.
that.
He's on YouTube. He's doing really good with it. He just got a record contract.
Send me his
All
link. I'd
right,
like
all
to check it
right.
That's
out.
good.
But
How
he
do
is
you guys
still
feel about
lost.
interracial adoption?
I I don't have a
I
problem
don't.
with it.
Doesn't bother me.
Children need love.
Yeah,
I
that don't
mean,
Yeah,
bother me one
we
bit.
we've got that's what we've got to understand is there's so many children in our own country that is sitting in foster homes and on the streets that don't have love and don't have guidance. I mean, my son, he'll bring home friends. They literally call me mom. Their parents are drug addicts or alcoholics or whatever, and it's I'm going home with you. I'm going home with mom. She loves us,
Right.
and that's just who I am. They're all my
We
kids.
raised a biracial son. He's 23 now, and he was with us since he was 7.
Yeah.
You know,
And we live in nowhere in South Louisiana, and he fit in just fine. No big deal.
Yeah.
He loves it.
yeah, and y'all are absolutely right. You know, regardless of what race the kids is, you know, kids need love in general. You
Yeah.
know,
They need the love and
like,
guidance.
like I said, I'm an 80s baby, and my grandma used to run a daycare and was damn good at it too. And she was one of the best daycares down here in Memphis. So, you know, I kind of know a thing or two about caring for babies, you know. So
Yeah.
if I did have one, you know, I know I'd be a good dad or whatnot. Uh, shit, I lost my train of thought again. What I was gonna say, fuck it.
Yeah. See, I have a skewed thought about it, and like I said, I was adopted. I'm not like ashamed or anything like that. I'm not unappreciative of everything that was done for me. But I feel that like once children go to like what's called Polinsky, that's a children's orphanage. I
Yeah.
think rather than being adopted out, because what happens is I was in over 9 different foster homes, different group houses, trying to hold on to my little brothers and sisters, so we were thrown around so much. We got exposed to so many different people, and then you don't realize the business aspect of it also. All these people are making money off of you,
See, that's
so
heartbreaking.
you're a
That
child. So what I say, rather than putting the kids through all of that, I think once you get into that system, they should keep you in that system, and they should teach the children as like a boarding school kind of thing, rather than it being, okay, let's go try to find you a family. No, let's keep you
yeah.
here, let's train
I,
you, let's give you skills, and then once you hit 18, we can now put you in the real world. You weren't exposed to all that emotional
Mhm.
torment, and it makes
Mhm.
you a better person.
that's kind of like the Catholic Church does with their orphanages. They will
Hmm.
actually keep the children there and raise them up. Not to say that the priests are molesting the altar boys. I don't want to go into there,
No,
but
we're just talking about like the
but in
the
general,
the,
yeah,
the
they
theory, the basic theory of it, not the actual humanality of it, because
yeah, but
it'll
there
always
has
be a corrupt.
So,
yeah,
But
there'll
do you
always be
think?
corruption.
But Stephen, and again, I can't really say one way or another, but just for my own curiosity, you don't think that them growing up in that setting and missing out on the family's love aspect of it, you don't think that that'll have a negative impact on these kids?
I would say no, because if you haven't experienced it, then it would be better to not have you try to do it. You know what I
Not
mean?
have you
So,
going into place to
But
place.
have you experienced it with the foster or with the people that adopted you?
what do you mean as far as like the love of a family?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Like I said, my family is my family. I've been there since I was 5 years old. You know what I mean? But before I
Okay.
actually got adopted, because it takes a long time, for them to even be able to fully
Yeah.
adopt you.
It's a
Within
long
that time,
process.
exactly. Within that time, they still had to like. So we were there for like 5 months. Then the system took us back because they had to prepare their house to have us.
Hmm.
So then we got ripped from them, went back to Polinsky. So now we're back in this situation where we have to wear Velcro shoes so we don't commit suicide at 6 years old. You know,
Wow,
is
Yeah.
is random
that's
kids
traumatic.
everywhere. Random
That's
kids everywhere. The people that work there are strictly business. They're not like caregivers. You know,
that's traumatic to a
And
child.
that's sad.
Exactly. Then we go back. Then we go back to the house. We went back to the house. It was okay, everything like that. Then they took us back again, saying, okay, well, you can't have all 4 of them because there was 4 of us at the time. Me and 3 of my siblings. They
Yeah,
said
that's what I was going to ask you.
since you already have two children of your own, we now have to make sure that you guys aren't doing this just for the financial gain. So we got ripped back out of the household once again, but instead of going back to Polinsky, we went to a group home. So now we're at a group home. There's 13 other kids and only 2 people, a man and a woman. You know what I mean? Cindy and Daryl, that was their names. And
Steve,
we had to stay.
Steve,
Go ahead.
Steve. Let me mention this,
That's
brother.
what I was.
Let me mention this, brother. And it's the same thing that me and Paul was talking about earlier. Matter of fact, all y'all can chime in. Matter of fact, I want want Huggy P to speak on this too. I can't stress enough on the 80s thing. And like I told Paul earlier, back then when we was growing up, um, usually if the parents didn't take care of you, you either had a big mama or you have a grandmother. They were pretty much have a big helping hand and raise you like my grandmama did me.
Yep.
Who made sure I was bathed, fed, schoolwork done, make sure I had clothes, lunch money, school
Yeah.
supplies, book bags, and all that field trips and all that. And when you have people like that in your life, you got kids that's grown up to be good kids, grown up to be something, and you're not one of these hoodlums or thugs out in the street. So I'm asking everybody on the panel, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna start with Hugger P with this one, if y'all don't mind. What the hell has happened from 1980s on up to now? Why is the kids nowadays so fucking foul? What the hell is going on? Is it something in the air? Or has it been purge season since 2000? What's going on?
You know,
What's
my
going on?
my favorite
Hold on,
saying
baby.
is
Hold on, baby.
that
Hold on. Let Hugger P start off. Let me start off.
Well, I want to answer that, but I was listening to everybody talking about the adopted stages of their lives, and in many cases that they know of. The mother of my child is adopted since she was 2, and she's turning
Mm,
3, and she doesn't want to open up about everything y'all opening up about. How it
mm,
really is about money with the people who adopted them, which I could see that it's about money. Um, she didn't really get the help, and then recently, what was that, a year or so ago, Chris, where she had went to Bakersfield to see her mom in California. Like I paid for the plane ticket. Like you want to go see your mom, and just see what happens. Because her mom was on drugs, and she's been living in Cali her whole life. And she went there, and she didn't really enjoy it. She hated it. She hated her, and she was an asshole the whole time, and talking crazy. And she came home, and she was just destroyed, sad. She cried a lot, and that's when I noticed, like, man, she really never had anybody to really just care about her. And then when you just having kids, because I only got one with her, but she's got 3. So she got 2 other kids with 2 other guys. Now
oh
the only father for her kids is me and the oldest child. This middle one doesn't have one. But the prime problem with this middle child has this so-called ADHD. And that's an issue in its own right. So it's like 2 people suffering from the idea of you being an adopted child growing up to an adult. So I try to present this type of thing where I want to show her that I care, but it's like you got to meet me halfway, or at least try to get some help if you feel like you can't out of your
yeah,
bipolar. But she has bipolar issues. She doesn't like to admit it. Don't want to get no help. Don't like to listen. Think she can do everything on her own or however she wants to do it, which she's unsuccessful without me, but she's successful with me. Stuff like that. So I understand what adoption can do to people, and it could be bad or it could be good. And in this case, she got the good end because she did grow up. But look at what she had to go through growing up. You got 3 kids. You didn't get married. I didn't marry her either, but I barely knew her, so I play a part in this also. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So a lot of the stuff that I didn't know then, I wish I knew then. I would have, tried to avoid it or at least try to give her some help instead of just trying to just be in a relationship with a torn, I guess you would say, torn woman. But she's torn at that
yeah.
point. We were 23 and I was 24. She was 23. So this type of stuff needs to be talked about amongst every race, every woman, everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And a lot of people try to avoid it because I look back at the 80s and 90s and I say those are the greatest decades that have ever lasted. Since 2000, we went to hell and back. But in 1991, when the ADHD and the bipolar epidemic and all that stuff started being tested, I was acting out as a 10-year-old would, just being mean or whatever, not paying attention in class, just random stuff. And it was suggested by the school, oh, she needs to see a psychiatrist. And then they want to pump all these drugs into these kids as guinea pigs. And I was,
Right.
of that first generation of it. Now here we are, 2016. They got so much more pharmaceuticals and a name for every type of order you have, no matter what it is, instead of coming out and saying, hey, it's just plain old, you need some home training, some ass whooping, and get your mind right. They got a pill to fix it all. And that's where I feel the government has stepped into our homes too much as parents and taken away the right of being a parent and being firm. Because my grandmother had a hand in raising me, my mama, my aunts, my uncles, everybody in my family had a hand in raising us. Like I said, it takes a village to raise a family, raise a child. Everything that they're around, they absorb. A child, when they're little, their brain is like a sponge. So they just soak up everything. And I mean, it amazes me. My son, he was sit here the other night and he told me of some things that he was like, I remember one day I was sick and I couldn't get into your bedroom. And he was 2 years old at the time. I'm like, what? I'm like, how do you remember that? He's 15 years old. But there's, their minds, they soak up things.
See,
And
and sorry, but I didn't mean to cut you off. But see, that's why I said in my last show, a lot of parents, y'all think so because we kids, and a long time past, we don't remember shit that happened. We can remember shit that we tried to tell you and you wouldn't listen.
exactly.
You
Me and my
know,
mom, it took me 35 years to actually sit down and tell my mom a lot of the things that happened to me growing up. And I mean, I just unloaded and I was like, you never saw it because you was too busy seeing other things. You wanted to blame it on me being bipolar, this, that, and the other. It was you and Dad were caught up in y'all's own little world, and it was Sabrina can be at home, or she can go sit here, or she can go to her friend's house. You didn't worry about what I was doing. You didn't care enough to be at my football games to watch me cheer, or be at this or be at that. And I think it's a very important role for parents to support their child in all of their endures. Don't miss them football games. Don't miss them baseball games, because you're your child's number one, cheerleader. You invest in your child. You invest in your child, it makes that child a successful person. That's who I'm investing for the future is him, not somebody else.
hold
Mm.
on.
Yep.
Before anybody say something, everybody on the panel that's on this group, is she a new member? Welcome her. Is she a new member with us?
Who,
Is she a
who
new member?
me?
Yeah, you. I'm asking the
How
guys.
you,
I would
Guys,
say yes.
did we just find a new member? Did we just find a new member of the group?
It's the first time I've seen her.
Right. What you say,
I
Paul?
say
You think
yeah.
you got a new member?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So unless you guys have been hiding her from us, then yeah.
Right. Shit. How? I
only
What about
two
you,
gotta.
of them
DK?
been hiding me.
What about you,
I,
DK? What about you, DK? You think she got a new member? Is it okay she in the group?
I think so, yeah.
I got no problem with that.
I
There
think
you
she's
go.
cool.
There you go.
shit.
What about you, Huggy P?
like,
I ain't hear you. What you say, Huggy P?
like the NWA movie. Why
Alright.
not?
Initiated.
Hey, I've been down with that. I grew up in WA, so what you want to talk about?
We have to jump you
Well,
in now.
I'm gonna tell y'all how I ran into Bree. Actually, that was Paul doing. I think he was talking to her one day. And he was telling me he was chatting with her about something. And I said, well, ask her if she want to join the group. And I think he brought to her attention, and she had no problem with it. So he told her, hey, go hit Chris Thorns up and take it from there. And we've been chatting on and off for like the last week or so. So I'm glad she got on the panel because the stuff she was saying in the chat was too good for her not to be on the panel. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
It was too damn
Yeah.
good. And now she's on the panel, man. Man, going with the flow, going with the flow.
Mm.
And a special thanks to Chastity who got on the panel. That's very kind.
Yeah,
Well,
You
that
I
don't
don't get on the
appreciate
happen.
it.
panel. You don't get on the panel, so
No.
Exactly.
I
yeah,
get trolled too much from other people's stuff.
right.
I that's what I'm scared of, Chastity, honestly, because I've been sitting back and I'm like, yeah, I should do this. No, I shouldn't, because I have a lot of views on a lot of different things, and I already fight a lot of trolls on my Twitter as it is, and it's just like, I speak it the way it is. I speak what
Twitter
I
is
feel.
cancer.
Oh, yes, it is.
Where you
But
from?
I think we're really.
Here,
Louisiana,
What
here's how
part?
I look at it. Here's how I look at it.
all over actually.
Here's how I look
I've
at
been
it.
from the south to the north.
Here's how I look at it.
Right now, I'm in north.
Trolls or not.
Okay, I'm way south.
Oh, really? Oh, so you're in Louisiana too?
Yeah.
See, we have to hook up then, because I'm all the time back and forth between New Orleans, Baton Rouge, all that.
Well, look at this. Look at
You
this.
guys have any family in Slidell?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
All
actually
right.
do.
That's where all my people are from.
You gotta speak up, man.
Huh?
Mine's mostly, believe it or not, mine's from a little bit south of Slidell.
Okay.
Really? So you way out there?
Yeah, most
Yeah.
people say there's nothing south of Slidell. Yes,
Oh
there
yes,
is.
there is. Oh yes,
There's
Yeah,
there is.
like
swamps and back
Grand Isle
roads.
is south of there.
I've had a lot of rave parties down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, us too.
Off in the bayous. Okay, let us talk
That's where
about
I'm
it.
headed to in the morning.
I got
After
a
a
Exactly.
while.
I got a question for the panel. Do you guys think there should be a restriction on the amount of children that a couple can have?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
The reasoning
If
being
Yeah.
the
if
reasoning
they're
being why I asked the
single.
question. The reasoning being why I asked the question because I believe that the focus of raising a child, you can only raise one child at a time.
Exactly.
I believe
I,
that the system should be like
Well, guys,
if you have a child, you raise it
guys,
till it's
forgot one.
18. Once it's 18 and they're an adult, then you can have another child. But you should
I
only
want
be able to have one
Well,
child.
I
I
could
want the
see
federal
two.
government. I
yeah.
want the federal government the fuck out of my house.
Me too.
I don't want any more. They stick their head in too far as it is. It's to be honest. If the
Well, guys,
if the federal government sticks their head into our lives any further, I'm going to be looking at starting a revolt because I'm
Hey,
done.
I'm telling you.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
Paul trying to say something. I think Paul trying to say something, y'all.
yeah. Guys, one thing I want to say is this. I agree with the conversation. My thoughts are this. You want to have a child? Sure, have a kid. No, as long as you're able to take care of that first kid, and you want a second kid, then go right ahead. I don't see anything wrong with it. If you can take care of those kids on your own without having any government services. If you had the first child and you need government service to take care of that child, you don't need to have no second or third or fourth
Well,
child.
you
You
send you
don't
send
need
your
that.
child to public school. That's government service.
Yep, it is.
For public,
Public school
Yeah.
is actually
public.
it's public
Unless you
school
put
is
your
funded
child,
by the federal government.
that's what I'm saying. Unless you put your child in private
Uh,
school, like being able to afford a child is a lot more than just being able to feed him, doing that, and all of the above. I had an argument with somebody, and I
well,
honestly said, I know it's gonna sound wrong, but I said if you have an apartment, you probably can't afford your child.
Mhm.
Steven,
From
Statistics.
Steven,
from
one more,
zero until 18,
wait,
a child
Steven,
costs roughly $1
one thing
million.
I need to talk
That's
$1
what I
million
was about to
dollars.
Hey,
say. That was the statistics back in 2001.
but,
wait. Everybody talking over
but,
everybody. Paul still
one other
trying to
thing.
say something.
Wait, one last thing, and you say, when you say if school is government is the public school is government own government service, right?
Yeah.
Then
Sort of, yeah.
one thing I want to say is, if a guy and a female lay down and have sex, what if the woman produce like 3, 4, 5 kids one time?
Ooh, I feel sorry for her.
Shit.
I feel sorry
Sorry.
for him too.
You
It's
better
hard for
sew
that
that shit
man,
up.
goddamn.
You
Say
better
again,
sew
what'd you say,
that
Paul?
up.
Feel sorry for that man.
Yeah, no
That's
shit.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's gonna be like a hallway, man.
I know,
A
that's
lot
One
of
hell of
shitty
a child
diapers.
support case too.
that's too
Hey,
many.
I,
Well,
I want to address
Oh,
I want to address this troll thing that Bree was talking about earlier. Here's my thing, Bree, and I say this to everybody. I'm pretty much sure everybody agree. I'm sure you heard that thing where it said misery loves company.
oh yeah.
So here's my thing. Even without the trolls in public, people gonna talk about you when you're doing good. They're gonna talk about you when you're doing bad.
Oh yeah.
It just ain't no way around it.
It's just a new
So
form of haters.
right.
I think you're looking at it wrong. I look at the haters like a badge of honor. I want as many of them as I can get.
Exactly. If you don't
They
have
co-
four by the end of the summer, you did something wrong.
You know when
Yeah.
you know how I know I'm doing a good job? When I post a vlog update talking about going on vacation and somebody stops by to thumbs down it. That's how I know I'm doing
Exactly.
it. Right?
That's
I know
awesome.
there's somebody out there that hates me so fucking bad that they can't even stand the idea of me going on vacation.
Exactly.
Well,
So they
I
come
find it.
by, they
I
come
actually
by, they
find them
talk their shit.
humorous.
Sorry, go ahead.
I find them humorous. They will
I
come
do too.
by and they will cuss my page out left and right, and I'm like, okay, is that all you got? And I'm just laughing at them, and it makes them even more mad because when I point out facts, they're like, oh, well, that's not true. And like this lady the other night told me, girl, I'm going to cuss you out tonight. Oh, really? Why
Oh,
don't you just go shut the fuck up? Go on, mind your own business. You
Tell
came on
them.
my page, you come in after me. What do you want? And I'm sitting here laughing at her, made her even more mad. And then I just finally said, girl, I'm done with you, block. You know, I mean, once I get to the point to where they're not funny anymore, I block them. And
My
it's just
favorite, my
move
favorite
on.
go-to is to tell them to choke to death on a whole bag of dicks.
but, but everybody get what I was saying, right? Everybody get what I'm saying,
Yeah.
right? You're gonna get talked about when you're doing good. You're gonna get talked about when you're doing bad. So
Of
Yep.
course. Yeah.
you just gotta take it, just run with it, because sooner or later somebody gonna come start fucking with me. What they doing is sense, because every time I come in on Hooker P page, you got somebody coming back and saying some gay shit. And see, that's my thing. I get sick of that now.
Hey, Chris, get your dick out of my mouth. Put dick around me. You
And stop
know,
piggybacking off of everybody. Damn.
Damn.
that nigga Chris, I got the screenshots on him. He trying to start a show,
I got the
Tommy.
screenshots.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm piggybacking. I'm
He
sucking
trying to
dick.
piggyback. Y'all, he did not watch that dude, Chris. That's how Brielle
Oh
talk.
yeah.
With his slow.
That man Chris is trying to get everybody to get to know each other. You better watch out for him.
Brielle
He's
sound like a
trouble.
slowly intelligent guy though.
You know what? They say
Oh yeah.
he is. You know what? They say he is intelligent. They say he is intelligent. And I heard the guy speak.
He's as intelligent as fast as he can type into Google for information.
I was about to say the same thing.
Hey,
He said.
yeah,
He
I
said.
try to say something good about you, bro. I try to say something good about you, even though you try to throw him on the bus. But I try to say something good about you, bro. It's all good, man. It's all good. It's all
You know,
good.
that's the part of life. You got to roll with the punches. So
That's right.
that's all it is, and people don't understand that nowadays.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
they've all forgot about it. So it's like wow, and it's just this generation, the millennials. They have literally went nuts. It's
Boo.
like what's happened to them. I'm
Right.
sorry.
No,
I'm
I know,
looking
I
at
know.
them.
I agree with you.
I'm looking at them. I'm like, what is wrong with these people? I mean, it was on
It's the
TV today
it's a
that
technology crutch.
It's called
you
mild
know
retardation.
I actually do believe what you just said about the technology crutch
Yep.
because part of me believes that the internet was great, but a part of me is also saying that the internet was the worst thing that could ever happen to our society
The college
because
system is part of that problem too, though.
Yep.
correct too.
Yeah.
You know, I
He's
mean,
22-year-old kids come out of college and think they know everything about the world the second they step foot out of university. And it's like, oh, congratulations. You've taken on the rough characteristics of a sponge.
Heck, I
Pat
didn't even
yourself on the
know
back.
shit in my 20s as I look at it now. Now that I'm in my 30s, I'm like, damn, how did I make it through my 20s? I mean, it's like, whoa, because you're idealized, everything changes. I mean, what
Yep.
you were saying at 18, 19 years old, at 25, 30 years old, you're like, why the fuck did I say that?
Like
I
I'm
I
gonna
barely
mean,
be.
remember my
seriously.
20s.
Exactly. Exactly.
Exactly. Your
Exactly.
mind
See,
changes.
and here's my thing. Here's my thing. Staying with my mom's 18, 19-year-old, it was hell. Cause like I said, we didn't have the best relationship, and we'd get into arguments. But of course, she's gonna win out of arguments because it's her
She's
house.
mama.
So yeah,
Yeah.
she's mama, and she's gonna win out of arguments because that's her house and that's mama.
Yep.
So she was making me pay her to stay there and all that stuff. And I didn't really want to do it. Not the fact that I really didn't want to pay her, because our relationship so bad. I didn't want to have nothing of mine. But
Yep.
I gotta give her credit. When I first left her house back in 2003, going in 2004, I instantly saw what she was talking about. You
Yep.
know, she was hitting on some good points, but she was going by the wrong way of doing it.
Yeah.
And but at the same time, I believe a lot of anger she was speaking to me was because I feel like she hated that she had a son. To be honest, I feel like she hated she had a son.
It's
I don't
funny.
know.
I
I,
always
I,
wanted a little boy first, and then eventually I wanted a little girl. So I got my
yeah,
boy, but I never got my girl.
right.
Oh, sounds
So
like a pit bull. Is that a pit
yeah,
bull?
sound like
Oh,
it.
I
So
love pit bulls.
anyway, to make that long story short, now that I've been out on my own, man, I see everything she was saying. Mom ain't there cooking no more. Mom ain't there give you money no more. You gotta buy your own shit. You gotta cook your own shit. Buy your own laundry detergent. Buy your
Yep.
own garbage bag. Get your own damn silverware. Get your own damn pots and pan. You know what I'm saying? So
And
I mean,
don't
yeah, I give her credit. You know what I'm saying? For putting it in my ear, putting that bug in my ear, cause shit,
you know
it's rough out here. It's rough out here.
it is, and that was one of the
Is
hardest.
that who was barking?
It was one of the hardest achievements I had to come across my life to tell my mom that, hey, you was right. I was stupid. You was right. I'm having to do this and having to do that, and you was telling me. So
Who is he
what's going
Who
live?
that,
on with
Chaz? Who
Tommy?
that, Chaz?
Sorry.
He live?
Yeah, he's on Slapper Show. Styles
Oh,
went nuts earlier, and Tommy's a little upset about some other stuff. I don't know who he's talking about.
Wait a minute. Tommy's on Slapper Show.
so slap it
Yeah.
dog.
No, we lost Bree.
Oh, we lost Bree. Where Bree go?
On the show with slap it dog.
I'll watch that later. I'll watch that later. Cause,
Uh, she said what happened.
somebody put the link in there for me.
Yeah, the link and where?
He said something about Corey Holcomb, and I was like, that was some dude trying to tell me on my list when he talked. He was like, man, he's sitting up going off on this woman. He ain't never go off on Corey. I was like, dog, you must didn't know Corey went off. He went off on Corey before Corey went off on him, and after he went off on him.
You know what, brother? They
Okay.
hate this man. They hate this man so much that they trying to pick anything just to go off of. Anything to go off of. This man stood up here and admitted I was wrong for what I did. I was wrong. How many times you gotta say
Oh
that?
shit.
How many times you gotta say that?
At
About the
least
black
five
women.
more.
Yeah, about the car incident. You
Well,
know,
at the same time,
I don't
he
think
has
he was
said,
wrong.
I don't. That's what I was about to say. I don't think he was wrong about anything. Yeah. Now sometimes he did get a little too harsh on women, but at the same time, he had that right. There's a reason coming from there.
Exactly.
His own feelings, his own
Thank you. You can't
walking
just look
through
at
life and everything,
what
his own
he said. You have to
experience.
look at the situation also. You know what I
Exactly. He's
mean?
got
Like,
his own experiences to make him feel that way. And he's got so many haters, and this one that constantly is uploading any type of video and attaching his name to them,
That's what I'm
just
saying.
to sit there and talk shit about them so she
That's
can
what I'm
get
saying.
views.
Right.
And
Right.
I'm
That's what I'm saying.
constantly flagging all of her content, trying to get her kicked off. Because it's like, why are you doing this? I mean, he calls it out for what it is.
Oh
Now
man, oh man, in the chat
there's
room.
good women and then there's bad women. And it's in every race. It's not just black, it's white, all of it. So
I want people to understand is when I made my video trying to say what I said, I'm letting people know, dog, he wasn't intended to record this woman. He's recording his car. She shows up. She
thank you.
became a
She
part
went
of the
into his
video.
personal space
Yeah.
and started
And he
talking
told
shit.
her, I
Didn't?
told you not to say nothing to me. So at that
Yeah, there was
point, he
no.
let it be known. I told you not to say nothing to me.
Yeah, there was no sincerity about what she was saying. She literally came and attacked him on the pure base of like straight ignorance. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
you're regardless of
He
who
can
was
call
at
he can
fault
call all
because
type
we
of
don't
bitches.
know.
That's their business, mother. It ain't like he ain't slap her.
Yeah,
I would have
but to
slapped her when she got in my face. 'Cause I guess nobody
thank you
said
to
when
get
she
into
pointed at
somebody's
him and got
face
in his
like that.
face. When she did that, she would have got every last finger in my hand in the palm and just right across her jaw. Like then
I don't
nobody.
think
That's like you know
I
what?
don't
Nobody's
think
talking about what she did at all. It's like she was this
no.
Thank you.
angel who sat
They're
there
just
and got
saying
cussed
what
out
he said.
and she
right.
started
Right.
crying. Trying to make it
And
like that's what happened.
Hell,
but
she
see,
wants to sue him now.
that's how it always happens. Only one side of the story is told. There's always two sides, and then there's the truth in the middle, and you got to figure it out.
And
You
he didn't
know,
put the video
You
on
have to
WorldStar,
learn.
and because whoever put it on the WorldStar, they edited the video. He didn't even put it on WorldStar. He
One
put
thing
it
I
on his
know,
own
guys.
channel.
see, that's messed
One
up.
thing I learned, guys, is this. One
Yeah,
thing
we
I
don't
learned,
know who
guys,
put
is
it
this.
on there. We tried figuring it out.
In our
She
world,
probably went and
It
in
made,
our
probably
world
was
today,
it
guys.
probably was an anonymous upload, and you could pay them like $500 and they'll put it online. I
or
think
Yeah,
it's
just
because all
pay,
the
it,
name
250.
or
says
just
is
pay
it
the
came
kid
from
to do
someone
it.
called Ghost.
Yeah, you could pay like
Yeah.
200, 250. They'll upload that video.
No, you
Hey,
could pay a
Paul.
kid $20 and they'll upload it.
Paul trying to say something, y'all. Paul trying to say something.
Yeah.
Well, see,
One thing I want
WorldStar
to say,
doesn't
guys.
upload any video. You
Yeah.
have to pay them personally.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul trying to
Yeah. The one thing I want to
say something, y'all.
say, thanks, Chris. The one thing I want to say is this, guys. In our world today, Chastity and Goodwin, I agree with the females. We got to hear two sides of the story. But in our world today, in the black race, good is the female's word only.
That's not
No,
true.
I
Well, in my
saw,
world, that's not true.
yeah. I saw the video, guys, and I saw the video that Tommy put up where he was arguing with the other female about the accident, and I don't
Mhm.
see anything wrong with anything on his part. I don't see anything
Oh,
No,
wrong.
he
He
abused
was
her
one
with
who came up
language.
to him.
she hit him though. She
And
hit
all
him. She screwed
She
up
didn't
his
hit him with the
rims
force.
and
She didn't hit
everything.
him with the force of a man. All right, a
It
woman's
don't
hit
matter.
does
It don't
does
matter.
not compute to
You put
anything in
yourself
law.
in that. You put
she hit
yourself
she
in that
hit him. I thought she
position.
just
That's
pointed. I
what
didn't know she
happened.
hit him. She hit him.
And that's a
Yeah,
good
I thought
reason
she
why women.
pointed.
That's a good women a reason why women should be keeping their hands to themselves.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I thought she pointed at him. I didn't know she hit him. I
I
missed
didn't
No,
know
that
she
she
hit
part.
him.
touched him either. I didn't know she touched him either.
Because I knew
Yep.
she was close to the camera to where you could only see just her face. That let me know she was too close to him. And I was
Yep.
like, he was like, bye. He was like, bye,
And
bitch. And
it
at that
wasn't like
point,
he talked shit from a distance to her. She came up in his face talking shit.
And see, I can't stand that. I'm
and then
always
she
one.
lied
Back
to the
up. Give
police
me
and
50
said he
feet.
came over there. Like, so when the
Back up.
police came up, he said he came over here. She was like, no, I was over here. She came over here.
Uh-uh.
Exactly. It's on
Well,
video, but of course the man's
here-
gonna get the shit
here's the
end of
thing.
it.
Of
Here's the thing.
course.
Here's the thing. He was apologizing for, I guess, for calling out her name. That's why I believe he was saying where he was wrong with for calling out her name. But we past it right now. What I'm curious about is how they did him about this embarrassment. That was some straight bullshit. Some fishing going on with that.
Yeah.
Something fishing going on with that insurance.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
I'm
Well,
a
we got it
conspiracy
reopened.
theorist. I'm a
well,
conspiracy theorist, and I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think all of that shit was conspired. I think that police officer knows that lady. I think that lady is cool with some of those people with with the insurance company.
Yep. Yep.
I think it's something bigger going on, and maybe just maybe that accident was probably on purpose. Who knows?
Well, first off, 20 years ago, yeah, if there was a little bump in an accident, not much damage, people would just exchange insurance information because it was a more trusting world. Today,
Right.
you have to have a police officer on scene. And for that officer to sit there on camera and say, oh, for little things like this, we don't call it in or anything, it's still okay. Dude, the
Bullshit.
front cap is screwed up on that truck. Do you know how much that's going to cost? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
seriously, be realistic. Put it in a body shop. The whole front cap's going to have to be replaced. The
Two new
rims are going
tires,
to have to
two
be
new tires
redone.
by
Well,
itself
yeah,
will be
he's gonna have
about
to get a whole new front subframe, is what it is. He has to
Exactly.
replace.
And not to mention the rims. I mean, okay,
Yep. I'm
that's just ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure
And
his control arm is bent. Sorry, I
the
I, I know a lot about cars.
yeah, and for the officer to sit there and say that normally they just exchange insurance and go on, yeah, maybe 20 years ago, not today. You can't
Exactly.
trust
right.
that because somebody
Nope.
might give you an insurance card that's actually
That's fake.
expired. You know, it's fake. And then you go to try to collect and get the damage, and no, guess who's
Yeah.
out of pocket? Your insurance company.
It's
Because
Mm-hmm.
pretty.
you're
And
It's
doing the
pretty.
right thing.
It's pretty common now where the or the police will not get involved in statements unless there's actual victims or injuries, for example. But yeah, I mean, the thing is that's one part of it. But the hitting, man, that's way overboard. That's way
Yep.
overboard. And I don't know. I have a question for the women in here. Because I've been at the end of that kind of thing before.
yep,
At
me
what
as well.
point? At what point do you feel that it's acceptable for a guy to move into defending himself physically?
If you're going to put yourself in that position to begin with, get compared to get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm sorry. I have literally put myself in that position many times, and it's been a wonder that I ain't been knocked the fuck out because of my mouth running. I get so
Yeah.
mad. But it's true, and my daddy was the one who taught me that. He was like, Sabrina, if you're going to put yourself in a man's position, hey, you're going to have to take them down. And
Prepare to
so,
get treated like a man.
exactly. You know, you got to give respect where respect's due
Yep.
to a degree.
I,
But,
I
but
would
what
say
what's
I would say
what's
if the woman's force isn't enough to honestly make you, like feel some kind of way, it's the difference between a weak woman slapping you and a woman hitting you hard enough for you to actually like get mad. You know what I mean?
What's
So
Yeah.
what's
like,
what's even more interesting about that though is you were saying that you put yourself there a few times.
Hmm.
Um, I can only conjecture what that means. I can only assume that means that you put your hands on somebody before.
Oh,
But
yeah.
what I find interesting is that the fact that you didn't get your ass beat because of it says something about how much men will put up with.
Yep.
exactly.
And again, and what I'm about to say is not
Everybody
meant
keep
to
their
be
hands to
derogatory towards you at
themselves.
all. Uh,
Everybody keeps them hands to themselves. I
I
want
agree.
time to
I know.
just agree on that. Everybody keeps their
I,
hands to themselves.
Hey,
I agree on that. I think we
check this
all
out.
are in agreement on that. But what I find
This is
interesting
equality.
about it is it says something about how much females in general are babied. I guess
Yeah.
is the word I'm
Well,
looking
see,
for.
when I did it, this was back when I was a teenager coming up,
Mhm.
and I was a lot more wild than I am today. So if it was today's instance, I know when to sit down and shut up also. I know which
Mm-hmm.
battles to pick and choose. You
Which
know,
hill to die
whereas
on?
yeah, whereas as a teenager, you don't. You're just gonna buck. It doesn't matter. You know,
My
anything's
girl
gonna
has
set you off.
my girl has the same point of view as you do on it.
Hey, I need to get ready to shut this thing down. Probably about another 10 minutes or so. So, let me take this time. thank everybody on the panel. Thank my brother from another mother, Paul, for wanting to do this. Pretty good conversation. I'm about to change the name of it to Real Talk with Paul to Real Talk with Paul and Company.
That sounds cool.
Hey, hey, look, before y'all go, there's a YouTuber by the name of Justin J 1232. He made this video, and I am so tired of black men looking like men and they talk like
Like
bitches.
when and talk like
Like
what?
that shit. Like he got that little feminine that I could just that little feminine energy I felt coming out of his mouth,
Yeah, but
and
ain't
I
he
was
gay?
like, he got a beard in there. You could tell he got that little.
Is that dude? Is that dude Tom was talking about earlier?
Yeah,
I don't
isn't he
know.
gay?
Yeah, yep,
I don't
yeah,
know. It's
yeah.
my first time ever
That's
seeing him. He might
I
be
think he
gay.
is
I don't
because
know.
he did like
that's
this in
He's
one of his
yeah,
videos.
he's gay.
He got a black
it.
polo T-shirt on,
He said,
and
"I'm
he got a
tired of
beard.
manly gay men, huh?"
He said, "Fuck out, yeah, fuck out, y'all." I said,
Yeah, when he
"Damn,
did that shit, I said, "Oh, wait a minute, let me get
damn."
off this." I can't believe it. Like I was like, "Yo, come on, dog!" Like
But
it's
you know
look,
what?
why is it a bunch of black men going off on this guy?
He probably stirring up shit like a black female probably
Where's
stirring
the
up shit.
white man? Where's the white man that's got a problem with this?
They
Right,
actually keep their mouths shut. To be
right.
I'm waiting
honest,
on where's the white man that say,
they
you know what, he's wrong for talking about that chick like he did on the side of the road. Like where's that guy?
Exactly, exactly.
that's one thing about the white race that they'll sit back and shut up and just go on about their business. They won't get
Uh,
Hmm.
involved.
you
They
also
don't
have to
speak
look.
out as much.
You also have to look at it as that black cop showed up. Was there a ring on that finger? You know what I mean? That black cop
Yep.
came. If it was a white cop, I guarantee you he wouldn't have took that woman's side.
Yo,
No.
here's my thing. Here's my thing about this. The way how everything went with the insurance and all that, how he backtracked his story talking about it was Tommy's fault. I won't be too surprised that cop know that woman and he
I'm telling
fucking
you,
that
he
woman.
does. He
I
gotta know
think he
that
know that
woman.
woman and fucking that woman.
That's what I'm
That's
saying
why he
Probably
did what he
is.
did.
because usually if like when you're recording something and it's an accident, if he said no, she came over here, I have the video evidence. A cop would look at the video evidence.
Yes,
You
he
know what I
would.
mean? He automatically took her side. He stood in between them as if he's her defender. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And that's where it plays in where black men honestly just want to be pitted against other black men. So because
Yep.
that
Hmm.
situation was like that, had it been a black woman and a white man that she hit, it would have been a completely different situation.
Mhm. But it's good that it's all
Why?
recorded because Tommy can go to court with it also,
Well,
Right.
and
we
it
we got
all
his
Guys,
play
case
out.
guys,
reopened.
one
They
thing,
opened up his
like,
claim
the
against
Yeah, he
comment,
me.
said
So
that.
Oh,
Good,
that's
good,
good.
good,
comment
good,
I left on that
good.
video, guys, the comment I left on that video, guys, was this, and people love the comment. I said, white woman, so white people, especially white woman, to the rescue. And it seems
yeah, I
to me
saw
that
that.
white women are the ones who are, yeah, white women are the ones who are getting men out of trouble, and the black women are the ones who are getting white men in trouble.
In trouble. Yep.
Yep. In trouble.
All right,
It's crazy.
people, let me get ready to shut this thing down. Again, thanks for everybody on the panel. Thanks for everybody who came in the chat room that talked it up with us. DJ Just J, man, appreciate you, brother. That man said he was laying in bed, man. He said, well, he heard the weather name. He popped up. He said he popped up, man. So,
He's
I
still
told him
on?
be cool. He might be still in the chat. I don't know. I don't know. I told him be cool, brother. Be cool. Be cool. But
Yo, I just called when she tapped her ass and kissed her ass. I ain't catch that one.
I didn't either. I didn't either.
When she
But
walked out, she said, "I'll be the last one." She slapped her ass and kissed her ass.
I'm gonna give everybody this time, man. Say some last words, man, before we shut it down. Paul,
Shut
I'm
up,
gonna come to you
Elvis.
last, man. I'm gonna come to you last, brother.
Stop it.
So Bree, you got some last words you wanna say?
Just want to bless
Yep.
everybody and stay
Yep.
safe.
Thank
You
you, dear.
know.
Thank you so much for coming
Amen.
on.
Thank y'all. Thank you for having me.
Hey, no
No
problem.
problem.
Don't be a stranger next time. Come to the next one.
I will.
Chastity, my angel for heaven. This is all you made this happen. You made this happen. Thank you for coming on the panel. You got the last word for us?
I enjoyed it. Hangout's fun.
It
Not
is.
on here.
It is. That means a lot. That means a lot coming from you, then. That means a lot. That means a lot. Thank you so much, dear. And bring us some more folks. We love to have them. Love to have them.
Sure will.
Thank you so much. Make sure you tweet this video out because this has been a damn good conversation. A lot of people need to hear this conversation from the beginning to the end. From the
Indeed.
beginning to the end. Yeah, man, I probably should open up another panel so it shouldn't rain so long, but it's all good. Redemption, as always, brother. You never fail me, brother. You never fail me, man. Always logic. What's the last word you got, brother?
You know what? Just watch out for those crazy bitches, man.
And that's both sexes.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Right. Right. Well, y'all stay away from the Whores of Rust store. That's what y'all stay away from, the Whores of Rust.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna get myself a Whores R Us reward card, buddy.
Discount card.
You whore card. Whore card. Well, go ahead, Redemption. Last word, brother.
That was my last words.
Alright,
Love you
man.
guys.
Hug and peace.
Man, I just wish I had a strong ass pimp hand like Paul. Y'all see that dude hand?
I do
know,
that.
Where's my baby
He slap, I'll slap a chick with that hand, they gonna fucking pass out.
Yeah. Your hand must be numb. No blood pressure in it, huh? You held that thing up all day.
Oh, boy. Oh,
But yeah, man, just let it really just, stay positive. Stay away from the chicks that talk with their hand movements, because that's the typical black woman shit. Y'all be careful. Drive safely. If it treat them like the police, don't step out their car till the police arrive.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Hey,
That's what I do.
Real talk, though.
that is real talk.
Real talk. Steven, my brother. You don't never fail me either, man. What's going on with you, brother? What's the last word?
Oh man, I just want to say this is a awesome thing. I mean,
It is, brother.
I don't have the energy and time to go to a therapist. So whenever these conversations are hashed out, it's awesome. I'm able to get many different points of views from different people. I enjoy meeting everybody, and just let's keep it up.
Everybody, welcome Bree again.
Yeah.
Welcome Bree.
Welcome,
She
Bree.
came on. Thank you so much, dear.
Oh,
can
thank
tell
y'all
that
so much.
She was shy at first, but I told her we ain't gonna bother you. We all good over here. We family over here. And the
I
people in the chat
appreciate
can tell
that.
you. People in the chat can tell you we family over here.
You ain't gotta worry about getting cooked or anything like that.
Yeah, we ain't over here cooking nobody.
We're all raw over here.
I appreciate that 100%. And I also agree with that comment. I like that little therapy session comment. I like that.
Yeah, I
That's
do
a
too.
good
I do
comment.
too.
That's
I mean,
a
like-
good feeling.
like I said, I haven't been able to really kind of let people know outside of close friends and of course a couple family members about like my adoption stuff and like that. And I feel like with these kind of open forums, you can get that out without that judgment being passed. So
Exactly.
it is a really good thing.
And not having to pay the government millions of dollars.
Exactly.
We can do it together, one step at a time.
Yep.
Okay. Let's get a man. Let's get a man to flow. You know what I'm saying? The man of the hour, Mr. Paul Demercado, my brother from another mother. What's your last word, brother? You gonna close it out for us?
Well, thanks, Chris, for having me on the show. I still want to thank Bree and Chastity for coming on. I'm glad you girls took the time out to come on. And
I might be married, but I still love that
you
voice.
girls very much.
I know, right?
The next thing I want to say, guys, the last thing I want to say is this. As I said before, men, be careful about these whores today. And,
He stresses the word so long.
Wow.
Just be
Oh
careful,
man.
man.
Oh
Be
boy.
careful, guys. And women, just keep up the good, the decency. You were raised up correctly. You were raised up with the right mindset. Keep the decency. And the next thing I want to warn you white women about is this: do not hang out with too much ghetto black women because pick up their bad traits.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep being you. Keep being you.
Well,
Hey, look.
here, here,
Hey,
here's my,
hey,
here's my.
hey, look,
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
let me say this, man. I don't know. I'm in the wrong side of YouTube, man. Let me just say that. Somebody got videos up that say stop white people 2K16. It's this white boy dabbing to some classical music. I'm like, really? And then when you look at the description, it said, please spread the word about white people and the damage they are causing the world. I'm like, what has that got to do with the fuck? What is wrong with people on the internet?
That's a meme.
That's why I said the internet is not for everybody. I think you should be screened before you can have access to the internet.
Yeah,
Right. Well, let me say, let me say my
definitely.
final, let me say my final thoughts. And Hooker P can tell usually I'm not a man of social media. I don't do social media like that. Um, what kind of inspired me to do this? Where I got to give inspiration to Slapper. When I first
Let
seen
me
him
know.
doing it, and then Tommy started doing it, and we just got together like hey, why not do our own little thing? And like I said, it's been going strong since then. Uh, but like Steven said, it is therapy. You get people on things like this, talk, laugh, joke around, and it's all fair game. And again, we had another nice show. Nobody came in the chat saying nothing stupid. Nobody on this panel saying nothing stupid. None of that, because it don't take all that to get your point across. If you don't like me, I hope you got a good reason why you don't like me. No, because a lot of you trolls are here, we don't know y'all. So how you gonna say you don't like somebody that you don't know?
Right.
Exactly.
How you gonna call somebody gay that you don't even know them unless I personally
Ex-
fucked you myself? You
Yeah.
know. So
exactly.
Cause
That's
you
a
a
real
faggot.
talk.
And I got a bullet in the chamber. A video I'm gonna put up about modern day men and today's men. Were they gay then, or as much as they are gay now?
right, right.
If you get what I'm saying, I'm gonna talk
Uh,
about how men used to treat women, and then I'm gonna relate it to what men treat them today, which we don't do what we used to do. We don't beat them and send them to the kitchen and say go cook because you made me mad today.
mhm.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I'm saying? So
one thing I want to say too, for y'all people who like to play that race card, man, look, that shit ain't even that serious. That shit ain't even that serious. Damn near every show we have done, we'd have had somebody white on this show. Ain't nobody called
What?
him a
There's
cracker.
white people here.
You're joking me. What?
Not me.
ah!
Not me. Not me. I'm not white.
Man, I ain't white. I'm purple. What you talking about?
Gee.
I
Actually,
see a
if you look at
couple. I
mine,
see
I'm
a couple
Asian.
peach. I see a couple
There you
peach
go.
I'm
people. There's some.
Japanese.
Well, let me
Well,
say
Chastity, you know
Caucasian.
how it is in
Somebody told me I
Louisiana.
was
We
Japanese.
all a
I,
mix of everything.
Let me say
Yeah, there
exactly.
you
Caucasian.
go.
There's
Let me
a
say
black man told me I was
Caucasian.
Japanese. I couldn't believe it. I said I am.
What the
He
fuck?
said, well, we really are Japanese. If you look at the features of your face, I said, wow, okay.
Hmm.
How does he figure? I mean,
I think that's black people trying to be anything but
Right.
black.
what black?
But anyway,
Oh man.
to make to wrap this up though, man, we got to get it together out here, people, because shit is getting real. It's getting
Yeah, it
real.
is.
This shit is getting real. Y'all see us all coming in here, man, chalking it up. And if we did have a disagreement, nobody got upset or nothing. They just gave their own difference in opinion for what the topic was about. And that's all you got to do. Hey, Hugger, I don't agree with that, brother. Let me tell you what I think. Steven, I don't agree with that, brother. Let me tell you what I think. Redemption, I don't agree with that. Let me tell you what I think. And that's all. Don't get
As
upset.
if.
Yeah, don't get upset. Start calling all these names, and I still don't get why your first form of attack is something gay. I still don't get
Hey,
that.
it
I
doesn't
don't
matter
get
because if
that.
I have something against you, I'm just gonna screenshot it.
As
Right,
if I would ever say anything that you don't agree with.
right. I don't know why I gotta be sucking dick because you disagree with what I say. What me sucking dick got to do with anything? Know what I'm saying? What's the
Huggy was telling me that you like it. That's what he was saying.
You use it as a tonsil cleaner? What?
Oh wow.
Hey, hey, I gotta put that Febreze in my mouth now.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. And
Suck on
see,
the
Breeze
lip,
solve
right?
every problem, man.
y'all see that we did that, and we can laugh at it because we know it's not an insult. We
That's
ain't
right.
Exactly.
we ain't attacking each other. It's all in fun and games.
Yeah,
That's
It's all in
right.
fun and
exactly.
games, man. So appreciate everybody. Oh yeah, Redemption. Let's tell them about Omega. Y'all need to go check this guy out, man, cause he's talking some logical stuff. What's the name of his channel? Destroy Feminism.
Yep, that's right. Destroy feminism.
Okay, if you got the link,
Oh,
man.
I'm something.
Yeah, if you got the link, post it in the chat for me, brother. Cause he came and supported us, man. Let's support him.
Yep. Give me
He
just
That
a
got some
sounds
sec.
good.
he got some damn good videos, y'all. He does, and the same stuff we talking about, he talks about it too. He said he's sick and tired. He's sick and tired of being sick and tired. So
Oh, ain't
you
that
know,
no lie?
Link posted in. It's posted in the YouTube chat. It's now posted in the Hangouts chat in both places.
I appreciate
Gotcha.
that, brother. I appreciate it, man. Y'all make sure y'all go to the channel and subscribe and listen to this man, cause he talking some real shit, man. For real. Matter of fact,
It's a brand new channel too.
yeah,
So
it's a brand new channel. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm planning on doing a little conversation with him and Redemption on one of these shows. But I get with them and talk to him about that. But in that though, be looking out for Sunday. My next show would be Sunday. I haven't came up with a topic yet, but I do got a topic in mind. It's called why men and women so messy. And let me give you an idea what I'm talking about on that one. Y'all got somebody in y'all family or friend circle that every time some shit go down, their name get called up. Think about it.
Shit.
Think about it. Hey man, John said you said something about me, bro. Who? Chris Thorne. Hey man, they down there fighting. Who? Chris Thorne. Man, that dude in the back of a police car. Who? Chris Thorne. You know, his name always called up stuff. So I know we all got somebody in our friend circle or in our family that's name is always called and some stuff. So that may be the topic, and I'm pretty much sure everybody could talk on that because we got some people like that in our circle. But it's all good, man. Appreciate everybody. Peace. Love y'all.
I
Thank you,
am
thank
not
Hey,
you.
the
Chris.
cook.
All right.
Hold on, Paul. You can say something, Paul?
You're, yeah. You're still you're interested in Skype after this, or is not necessary?
Uh, you know what, Paul? I got a little time to kick it. I might Skype you afterward. I'll Skype you.
Yeah, I
As
was
a
gonna
matter
say if
of
you guys
fact,
aren't
Bree, you can on Skype too. I'll Skype both of y'all.
Okay.
Who?
All right.
Me and
Chancellor,
who?
thank you so much, love, for coming on the panel. Thank you so much.
All right.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Y'all
yeah, I was
take
gonna
care.
say if you
Bye.
guys
Y'all take care. Enjoy y'all day, man. All right,
Okay.
y'all.
Bye.
All
Y'all
right.
be safe.
All right,
Bye.
for real.
shit.